your drama queen. And welcome to the drama castle. Overheard them mention hater, not a pretty word like moist or moisture. Wanna quit, but you know I'm a soldier. Try to get me out, you know it's game over. Say it's toxic, chaotic, unhealthy. Always play my cards right, don't test me. I'm not here to play nice, no I can't be. And if you're trying to stop me, that's a guarantee. Too many people try to get me out, and it worked for a second, but I'm back now, better than ever. Welcome to the drama castle. I am your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. You try to stop me, but you can't. Too many people try to stop me, but you can't. You can't.
Aaron out here playing games, stalling on the wheel. Promises on the table, but we ain't seen the deal. Crowdfund, cash flow, our pockets heavy with steel. Movie MIA, bro, how's that supposed to feel? Amouranth on Twitch with the tears on repeat. Play the script well, yeah, finessing the receipts. Talking about a husband turning lies in the heat. Drama for the dollars, clout cooked up neat. Release the movie, Aaron stopped playing with the time. The people paid the ticket, now they waiting for the prime. Put the sideline, hustle, bring the art to the climb. No more games, just action, let the movie shine. Progress is stacking higher than a Twitch chat spam. Aaron ducking questions like a quarterback scam. Meanwhile, streams got lives wrapped up in glam. The truth gets blurry when you're caught in the jam. Aaron in the edit bay, doing everything but drop teasers on loop, fans begging you to stop. Crowd's been patient, but the clock gon' pop. Release the flick now before the hype go flop. Amouranth's got them talking strings pulled like a show. Twitch dollars raining, but the truth's on the low. They believed in the story, now the cracks start to grow. Lies for the profit, it's a scandal to blow.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully you are doing well. I don't know what I'm doing with the accent. Please, I'm sorry. I'm just bleh. But anyways, guys, how are y'all? Y'all doing good? You chilling? You ready for this? You ready for this? Oh, let me get this off the screen. Oh, hey, there I am. I played around. I tweaked some things last night. Played around with the StreamYard. So here's a new layout. Not much different from the last one, but you know, it's a work in progress. Trying to be a little bit more professional. So anyways, hello to the chat, you beautiful people in the chat. We got Shay here. I'm on time. I made sure I was on time. Matter of fact, I was early. I don't want to hear nothing. I was early. Okay. But yes, like the stream. Please like the stream. Show me some love. I know y'all noticed that pinned comment. We're gonna get to that. Trust me. Blue Jay, hello. How are you? Anthony, how are you? Thank you for being here. Lunchbox, konnichiwa. Konnichiwa back to you. Susie saying, hey, yo. I'm thinking about like the song, hey, ya. But it's hey, yo. It's not hey, ya. But hello. We're going to react to some stuff. Why not? But, okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Now, damn it. Ever since somebody said that, now I always say that. I hate myself. I hate my brain. I always pick up people's stuff. It's annoying. But yes, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Y'all have noticed. If y'all haven't noticed, yep, it has come to that time, guys. I made a GoFundMe. This is like probably the third one I've made. Well, I made two. The first one was to clown on grifters that always made GoFundMes for stupid shit. Like chairs and, you know, reading a book from Britney Spears' sister or whatever stupid shit that people used to GoFundMe for. But when I need help, y'all know I don't like asking. I generally don't. It sucks. It makes me feel like a loser because I am a loser. But I am a loser who entertains y'all. So I am on the struggle bus right now, and it is getting to that point where now I am asking for some assistance from anyone who is capable of helping. So if anyone is wanting to help, there is a GoFundMe right there. Y'all can donate or share. Anything helps get me off the struggle bus. Appreciate it. Now that I've embarrassed myself enough by admitting that I am in dire need of assistance financially, we can go ahead and continue on with this stream now that the awkwardness is over. Now you be grifting. I mean, the struggle's been real, y'all. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. It has been a very big struggle, which is crazy because, again, I don't like asking for help. The first time I asked for help was my car, because my car got a car wreck, and y'all came through and helped me fix that bitch up. And now, like, at least I got enough use out of her, and she's pretty much done, y'all. The car is officially done. That car accident was pretty bad, but the funds I got helped me fix that bitch up and got me through for the next 2 years. So or the year, I should say, because I think it was like a year since the accident. But now that bitch is done. I'm not even trying to get a new car at this point. I'm like, fuck that. I might have to just walk everywhere because I'm telling you, man, out here, the driving out here is rough. It's rough, man. People drive like massholes, and I'm just like, I'm good for a car for now until I get like back on my friggin' feet and get a different car on my own. But yeah, time has come, y'all. It's not even grifting. It's literally just, hey, I'm admitting I need some help. And it's trust me, my pride right now is killing me. Like, y'all have no idea. My pride is really taking a hit. So fuck you, Lunchbox. Fuck you, Lunchbox. What up, Katie? How are you? But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Let's get to what I'm actually here for. So we are gonna be reacting to two people. I've already talked about Aaron Battinson. We're gonna start with him because Henry Resilient, who's doing really great over there on his channel, Henry Clips. He's over there doing his thing over there and getting all the information. So we're gonna react to his recent video where somebody who apparently knew Aaron, worked for Aaron, came forward. And I got some takes. I started watching a little bit of it. We have Jeremy here saying, I want to know why Aaron said in the beginning of the stream, Aaron said once again, Lord of the sorry, I don't know why I keep thinking Lord of the Rings every time I see that. Legend of the White Dragon is in color correction, yet towards the end of the stream, Aaron's father said he saw the finished product. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a joke, you son of a bitch. Shut up, Lunchbox. You know how much this sucks asking, like, making a GoFundMe for myself. You know I hate that shit. Don't bully me. But, I mean, bro, I'm telling you, the times are rough, man. Everything's getting expensive. Prices are going up. My rent keeps going up. It's fucking wild out here, man. It's getting crazy. Like, even working a job will help, but like, even so, like, it's not even getting a fucking chunk of half the shit I friggin' pay. And because I've been out of work for so long, my bills are accumulating, guys. It's getting to that point where, like, I might not even be able to do this for a little bit. Like, that's why the GoFundMe is there, just to, like, at least I can still keep doing this with y'all and still kind of like not completely go homeless. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. And guys, I definitely recommend y'all, if y'all gonna donate, if you guys don't have your real names on your accounts there, and you can donate anonymously. I recommend that because, man, I'm telling you, people for some reason are so obsessed with me that they will literally fucking start stalking y'all. Just say, not to deter y'all from donating, but there are options if you don't want your name out there, to not put it out there. You could use your username. I recommend, because, you know what I'm saying, people are weird on the internet, especially with people that I'm calling out. they big bad over there. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate that, Katie. I do appreciate that very much. So, people in Tennessee, it's insane as well. Someone hit a traffic light pole so damn hard the thing was pulled out from the ground. Like, slow down, dumbass. Yeah, man. that I'm telling you, out here in Boston, people just they're in a rush to go nowhere. They're literally in a rush to go nowhere. It's like really crazy. Human's gonna human, yes. What's good, Tony? I see y'all in chat. So, anyways, TLDR, for those of you who don't know, I always give the TLDR when I talk about Aaron, because Aaron's not a big person. Like, as you know, he's big and known in certain sectors of the internet. But for those of you who aren't part of those sectors, basically, Aaron is the creator of the YouTube channel Bat in the Sun. Maybe you might have seen some of his work. He did the Super Power Beat Ups, which is basically putting two characters from different franchises, some usually, to pit them against each other. And, you know, we would be the ones that voted who would win out of the fight. So, for example, he did one with, what was it? It was Joker versus Negan from The Walking Dead. That was a cool one. He's done a lot of these, and he's been doing it for a while, and it really blew up his channel. His channel was doing really well. Then he did one with Jason David Frank, basically doing a cameo as the Green Power Ranger versus Scorpion. I remember that. He did a couple of them. I think he did two of them with Jason David Frank, and that blew up as well. And then Jason David Frank and Aaron were coming out with a movie called Legend of the White Dragon. Basically, it was supposed to be like a fan-made Power Rangers movie, but of course, they weren't going to get the rights to do a Power Ranger movie, so it became Legend of the White Dragon, which is basically Power Rangers without saying it's Power Rangers. Jason David Frank is in this movie. It is his last film since his passing a few years ago. And it's been a long time since the passing of Jason David Frank, and this film has yet to come out. So a lot of fans started asking, hey, Aaron, when is this coming out? We want it to come out. Like, what's the deal? Is it still coming out? What's the status? Aaron has kept saying that, yes, it's still coming out. We're still working on it. First, we heard it was finished, but there were some things that they needed to touch up on it to make it better. Since this was Jason David Frank's last film, they wanted to make sure it was perfect and all this stuff. And now I guess now there was issues with how they wanted to release this film. I know that they wanted to do it through streaming services, which again, I'm not against. And I know that does take time to pitch that to these streaming services. I don't know if you guys know, but some of the actors pitched to Netflix that they wanted to do a Power Ranger movie called Once and Forever, I think it was called, or Once a Ranger, Always a Ranger. And it was a basically sequel from Power Rangers, like what have the Power Rangers been doing since, you know, everything since their season. And also they addressed it. They did a very beautiful job of addressing, you know, the deaths of, you know, the Yellow Ranger who passed away after Power Rangers, after her time on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So it's not impossible to pitch these things to Netflix, but basically where everyone's kind of at is like, just release it on YouTube, right? Now, people coming out and asking questions. There have been YouTubers who have been making videos kind of trying to like look at Aaron and see like why this stuff isn't coming out, the things he said. One of these YouTubers named Deoxy, he covers Power Rangers and Super Sentai stuff on his channel. He made a video about Aaron, basically kind of calling out Aaron for what he feels was a lie about a comic book and credits. Again, check out Deoxy 360 if you guys want to see all that stuff. But when Deoxy made the video, Aaron took it upon himself to ask Deoxy at first if, you know, Deoxy would want Aaron to come on and explain, you know, what he was talking about or whatever, and basically threatened him, saying that if he did not, you know, take the video down or let Aaron like defend himself, that he was gonna file a lawsuit against Deoxy. That got Henry Resilient really involved into Aaron. And when Henry gets his claws into something, he really gets his claws into something, right? So that's when Henry went on this like crusade of kind of exposing Aaron, because like, yeah, that's kind of weird that somebody, especially a YouTube content creator, would threaten a lawsuit against another content creator for having any criticisms or opinions on things that Aaron himself has said that is publicly out there. Like I said, Deoxy did a great video dissecting everything and explaining why he felt that Aaron was not being truthful, right? So here we are, fast forward, Henry's still putting out content about Aaron, and now we have some exposed leaks of people mainly Jason David Frank talking about Aaron and his thoughts on Aaron and how Aaron wanted basically, if Aaron got $4 million for this film, Aaron wanted to pocket $2 million, so half of that budget for the film, right? So that was a whole thing. And now, because of all this, and this is why I'm explaining it so you guys understand what we're about to watch, people are now coming forward with their stories about Aaron and who he really is, and explaining that maybe there's more of a reason why this film isn't coming out, and it's not the reasons we are being given. As fans, y'all always have a right to know the people that you're supporting, the people you're giving your money to. Whether you believe this stuff or not, that's up to you, but y'all at least have a right to know it. And people like myself, Henry, Deoxy, any content creator has a right to talk about it. If y'all don't like it, then I suggest you stop watching it. But that's my response to a lot of the comments I've seen, people commenting in Deoxy and Henry's videos when they talk about this stuff. So, like, again, if you don't like it, you don't believe it, then maybe stop consuming it, because at this point, like, no one gives a shit. I'm just going to keep it real and be blunt. Blue Jay here says there's a lot of YouTubers can expose in your next video. Robert Storms, Vera Dark, Wagner knows why. Smash JT. Oh my God. You know what's funny? I'm familiar with Smash JT and Vera Dark. So that would be interesting. And Katie, thank you so much. I just had to get through my little explanation of who Aaron from Bat the Sun is. Happy to help. I just got my check. Thank you for not believing everything you hear about me. Plus, as a mom of two, I know how hard it is to get by. No, I appreciate it. I think, and again, Kate, I always look at every side of a story before I just jump to conclusions, like I did with Aaron. Like, I looked at everything with Aaron. I look at everything, you know. I don't just jump to conclusions just because some people have an opinion based on some things. I'm more of the type of person that wants to understand why things happen and why people have, you know, other people saying things, and just jump and say, yeah, this person's definitely bad because of things. I can look at it and my first reaction will be like, oh, that's a little crazy, or oh, that's sus. But I want to at least hear from other people's perspective, the person especially being accused of something. Of course, I would want to hear from them. As far as Aaron, though, I've heard enough from Aaron where there's nothing that man can tell me that's going to convince me he's not full of shit at this point. I'm not going to lie. There are some people that really, really just can't convince me, because I've heard all the bull crap. Yes, facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. You said, yeah, I saw your latest comment. It took me a while to get there. I have no faith in this movie. We'll see the light of day. Aaron is doing what he's doing, trying to cover his ass because he fucked up. I agree. All right. So let's let me see if I could do this properly, because I'm still like new to this new layout. So we're going to watch. Hold on. Yeah, see, I knew that was gonna do that. Oh, nope. There we go. All right. So, we're gonna react to Henry's video. In regards to, and this is somebody who apparently worked with Aaron at Bat in the Sun. All right.
I had a small rapport with Jason, and he was always cool to me. I don't even know how it came out, but he goes, but Aaron, kind of like, Aaron's taking care of you, right? And I was like, no, Aaron's actually never paid me once. And he goes, wait, are you shitting me? And I was like, no, sir, I'm not. And I'm not.
Of course.
And so he gave me extra on set.
Originally, I wanted to do $250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
And so Sean, the dad, was actually walking me out to my car. He helped me, and he goes, hey, Aaron, take care of you. And I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean take care of me? And he goes, you got paid, right? And I was like, no, sir, I've never been paid, not once. And I told his dad to his face. There's always three parts to the story: Aaron's, all of us, the different people, and then the truth.
And that's 100% factual, right? And I want to point out, because I saw, again, some comments in response to this saying like, oh, well, you weren't there, you don't know, and stuff. But this person's saying straight up, like, yes, you can say it's hearsay because it is hearsay. However, when it comes to somebody getting paid or not, because they're like, well, the exposure, right? The exposure should be enough. Okay, then why are people asking if he got paid, right? Because I don't know Jason David Frank as well as apparently Aaron claims he knows Jason David Frank. Like, that was his best friend, he says, right? However, again, going by the observations of things I've seen and talking to people who also do know Jason David Frank, Francis is somebody I know and I've known for a very long time. And I've talked to Frances. I have her phone number. I could call this woman right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to bother her. Okay. But I've talked to her and I know I have it on good authority. Jason was always like, he wasn't greedy like that. He wasn't stingy with his money. You know, if you go watch Henry's, speaking of the devil, if you go watch Henry Resilience clips, there are videos that he has put out there of audio of Jason David Frank giving Walter Jones, the actor who played the Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, money to compensate him for being at the same convention that they're at because Walter's agent had an issue about finances or something. And Jason was like, here, you want money? I'll give you money. That's the type of man that Jason was. So to believe that Jason David Frank would not want to compensate people for the work that they're doing is kind of crazy to me. And that's just me not even knowing him. But from knowing Francis, Jason was a very understanding, not greedy, empathetic person who would not just hire people for the exposure and not give them money. Because, hey, like I said, I got to go fund me. People got bills. People got bills. All right? People have bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? So to think that Jason David Frank wouldn't go up to somebody who's working on a project with them saying like, yeah, no, you're just here. The exposure is enough for you. No, Jason knows these people got bills to pay. He's gonna want these people to be compensated. That's just who Jason David Frank was. Unfortunately, the man is not here to confirm or deny what I'm saying. But again, if you don't believe me, just look at Jason David Frank's character. Look at the interviews. Listen to the audio that Henry's been putting out. Jason David Frank has literally, and Aaron confirmed that this was a true conversation, right? Jason David Frank in that audio clip is talking about how it's kind of crazy, right? It's ridiculous that you have a $4 million budget for a film project and you want to pocket half of that as a director. And what did they say? Put it on the screen. And for those of you who don't know what that term means, it means if you have extra money from the budget, put that into the movie to make it better. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. Basically, if you have money, right, extra money, you're gonna put that into the business, like more special effects. You know what I'm saying? You could pay your people better. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. And I think it's kind of crazy that people don't understand that exposure isn't paying your bills. Okay. Yes, it could lead to that down the line, but it's never a guarantee. I've been on big YouTube channels plenty of times. That didn't mean that people were going to now come to my channel and subscribe to me. You know how much clout I accumulated from many channels I went on that had bigger subscribers? A few. That clearly is not paying my bills, guys. That's clearly not paying my bills, guys. I got a goddamn GoFundMe up right now. So let's react to this more. Sorry. Hey, everybody. I'm saying stuff. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Now my man's just standing here looking at me. He's making gestures with his phone. We're trying to communicate. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Sorry. He just came in and he's just like, what are you talking about? He's looking at me like, what's going on? $4 million. Yes, I was on your channel last night. I got no clout. None. Why people pay for Amouranth is beyond me. She's garbage and scammers. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Don't worry. We're going to get to that. Don't worry about that. So the story is simple. The crowdfunding and the investors made Aaron a lot of money. Make sub 35,000 beatdown project, pocket the rest. Oof. Yeah. It's that's why people are calling out, because when it comes to this stuff, I know I'm going to play the clip, guys, but I just want to explain to people who don't understand why Henry Resilient or myself or Deoxy or anyone is talking about Aaron. It's because where's the money? Where's the money? That's what people want to know. Where's the money? The money should have went into this film. This film is supposed to be done. Where's the money? That's what people want to know. And while you're out there moving into a new house, I know people say, his wife is an OnlyFans worker, power to her. I'm sure she's beautiful. Y'all go support the OnlyFans workers. They need they need money too, and they're providing a service. Okay. But like, where's the money, Aaron? We think you're putting in this movie, but this movie's not out. There's no reason. And again, I want everyone to understand, whether you're a fan, investor, a donator to crowdfunding, y'all, especially if you are somebody who invested in this project, you have every legal rights to ask him what's he doing with the money. You have every right, especially if you've donated to this project. If you are an investor or you were part of any crowdfunding, you have every legal rights to ask what's up with this money.
Like, we don't know the full truth because we weren't privy to every single detail. You know what I mean? And the sad part is, that makes me the most sad, is Jason ain't even here to finish it. Because I know without a shadow of doubt, he would be pissed with the production value, with how long it's taken, the money. I feel like he would have finished this project and probably been rid of Aaron for good. That's my personal opinion. I don't have any proof of that. I'm saying it's just a feeling based off all these weird pieces that, like, you're uncovering, the weird whispers that I've heard in the winds, and then my own experience. I'm just saying, I think any respectable person would drop Aaron after this project for good.
It's just goddamn ads. Goddamn ads. So yeah, hold on. Let me just get to this ad. I'll keep playing it. Oh my god, 2 ads? Henry's a greedy motherfucker. He really trying to get that ad revenue.
And you've known Aaron for how long?
2013. And I probably haven't been on set in a couple years. So I don't want to say a full 10 years, but close enough. You know what I mean? Like, I was there for a lot of the earliest stuff. I really was. Like, the first one, I was there like all the way back to just a lot of the regular beatdowns. Several actors that Aaron's used over the years I also don't want to drop those names, but a few of them are very upset about money and things. My whole thing was, and that's why I'm like, it's small fries, but it's still relevant because it was literally from top to bottom. Even me never got paid over the years. And the thing is, I never asked. But then when stuff started really getting serious, and I knew, I didn't know how much, but I knew money was involved, right? Like, there had to have been. That's when I said, hey, Aaron, I've been doing this a long while. Like, maybe could we talk about something? Because I'm coming out here sometimes for anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours at a time. And I wasn't looking for much. Like, I'm not one of those guys. Like, I always just wanted Aaron to be fair. That's all I ever wanted. Meaning, I was telling Aaron, I'm like, dude, we got to up the quality. Like, production quality and value is huge for the fans. And so Sean, the dad, was actually walking me out to my car. He helped me, and he goes, hey, Aaron, take care of you. And I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean take care of me? And he goes, you got paid, right? And I was like, no, sir, I've never been paid, not once. And I told his dad to his face. And he just kind of had this shocked look. And I don't know their relationship. I don't know how much Aaron keeps him in the dark or not. I don't know if he's in on it. You know what I mean? Like, these are all, I didn't know. But if he was in on it, he gave me a genuine shock look. And if he wasn't, then if he wasn't in on it, that was genuine. And if he was, then he's a great actor. But, and he goes, oh, I'm going to have to, he goes, I need to talk to Aaron about that. I was like, well, I was like, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers. Because you know better than anyone, because it's like, let's be honest, you're ripping off 5 of the biggest companies on the planet: Marvel, Sony, Disney, like Warner Brothers. They could crucify you in 17 different flavors, bro. Because it's not, I don't know a whole lot about parody or not, but it's like, it's not pretend Batman. That's legitimate Batman. And then also Lucasfilms. Like, you're fucking around with some of the biggest companies on the planet. We have zero paperwork. I never signed a damn thing with him, ever. It was all friendly in the beginning. And I said, Aaron, it's more the principle of, like, the fact that you've never paid me once. You've never even offered. Oh yeah, my dad said something about $250. And I'm like, okay. Like, at that point I was like, I'm dealing with someone that literally just doesn't even want to play fair. It's not like I asked for the sun and the moon. Kind of went around the block a few times. Never went anywhere, never got back to me, always ghosted me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep looking into it. And then it got worse, because then that was before JDF really got involved. And then that really kind of upped the street cred a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, JDF obviously took that up a notch with his things. And what's crazy is, even JD, like, I'm not Aaron, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like, I had a small rapport with Jason, and he was always cool to me. I didn't even ask for anything. He just offered it. He offered me money. I was like, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And that's when he goes, I don't even know how it came out, but he goes, but he goes, Aaron, kind of like Aaron's taking care of you, right? And I was like, I don't have like a real big grudge about this, but I was like, no, Aaron's actually never paid me once. And he goes, wait, are you shitting me? And I was like, no, sir, I'm not. And I'm not shitting you. So he gave me extra on set, and I hid some of this from Aaron because I'm like, if JDF's paying me this. And here's the thing, what's he actually going to do? I don't give a shit. Like, what are you going to do, Aaron? Come after me? So that's why I'm like, maybe it's relevant because you already have, and I applaud you seriously because I want to see Aaron take a dive. I really do, because all sorts of actors, like, dude, he was shortchanging everybody the whole time. And it's like, hey, Aaron, how'd you afford your new fancy house, you piece of shit?
Everyone is wondering, like, where do you
no movie, but there's a house with a pool when you were just living, no joke, bro, you were just living in your dad's apartment in the valley, and now you have a house? Like, what the hell is that? If you're going to say that your OnlyFans girlfriend is paying for that whole shit, I'm going to call bullshit. She ain't that pretty, and she's a terrible actor. I saw her on set, and it was like pulling teeth watching her try to deliver those lines. But over the years, what's crazy is the whole thing was supposed to be for the fans. Like,
okay, sorry I let that play very long. I was kind of like listening but trying to take care of something on my end. But I was listening, and like, first of all, god damn, this man took shots at his wife. That's crazy. That is crazy. But I also am glad I let that play so y'all could actually hear what this person has to say, because I will say this, the one thing I will say, and Henry, you gotta kind of like, hear me on this one though. Like, if he's not afraid of Aaron, why is he doing this anonymously? I'm just saying. It makes no sense how he's going to say, I'm not afraid of Aaron. What the fuck is he going to do? But he is doing this kind of anonymously. So maybe a little bit afraid of Aaron. Maybe a little bit. Or maybe afraid about how it's going to make him look moving forward. And thank you for the $5. Fun fact, that call was 54 minutes long. He spilled the beans on everything. That's wild. Those two definitely pay for pussy. Oh man, dude is bald. Well, here's the thing is that this is actually stock footage. I've used this before. This is actually, I just want to put it out there. This person is not the person. This is a stock footage image that I myself have used in videos. So, it's just a call recording, and obviously Henry wanted to have something on the screen, so he had to get creative and use a very common stock footage thing. I had to cut out certain parts to keep his company from being attacked. Attacked by who though? Because like, no, I agree with him. Aaron ain't shit. Can we just be honest? Aaron ain't shit. Aaron, if you're watching this, you ain't shit when it comes to being afraid. Like, who should be afraid of you, Aaron? No one should be afraid of you. How anyone's afraid of this man that he's got any pull or sway in the industry? Because if he did, if he had pull and sway in the industry, this movie would have been out already. Just an FYI to all you people that are sucking the farts out of Aaron's ass right now. If Aaron had that much pull and sway in the entertainment industry, the film would be out by now. It would be on Netflix. It'd be on Hulu. It'd be on HBO Max. It would be out. Because he don't want to put it on YouTube because he knows that the money he put into it, he probably ain't going to get that turn back. He ain't going to get that money back. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, let's keep it 100. No one should be afraid of Aaron. This man's company shouldn't be getting attacked. This man's company should not be getting attacked. Especially for coming out and saying, this man didn't even pay me, bro. And here's the funny thing, right? Because again, this is to the people who are commenting on Henry's channel or commenting on Deoxy's channel, doing the same thing I'm doing is reacting to this. Well, Henry put this out, right? But on Deoxy's channel, people are commenting saying, oh, well, you don't know if that's true or not. You don't know if his dad there. Well, he's saying he didn't get paid. Right? He didn't say he didn't sign anything, sure. But like, if he didn't get paid, I'm sure his bank statements can prove that he never was paid around that time from Aaron for his work on this project. Point blank, period.
It really was. And he goes, we said we would never be those guys where it was like, we have to be the writer, director, composer, actor, PA, first assistant. And what do you think Aaron did? Like the moment, because Damien was always the host and Aaron was always shooting it, that was never good enough. So that's when he had to start interjecting himself at the end of the videos. Like, hi, I'm Aaron, I'm the creator. Dude, Aaron's ego is out of control. And for him to stiff that many people, and it's like, for what? All you had to do was be cool to everyone. And we would have really done something awesome. He just couldn't do it. He just couldn't be a decent fucking human. He was just a greedy bitch. Other than her fake boobs and whatever, I'm like, I don't think she's that attractive. There's no way she's pulling down that kind of OnlyFans money. There is no way. With all the money and pretend failed this, that, and the other, and like you said in your video, 25%, it's 5%. It's where's all the fucking money going, Aaron? Seriously.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
And I hope he gets
right. That's what I'm saying. All of these people defending Aaron are not asking the question, where is this money gone? Because let me tell you right now, if this man got $1 million, right, or $4 million to make a friggin' film, I think the budget was very less than that. But if this man got like $500,000 to make a film, I expect $500,000 fucking film. Okay, hell, you could make a decent movie with less money than that. You know, the reason why Aaron's channel and Aaron even is talked about is because of the stuff he's put out there that looks pretty good, right? But I'm telling you right now, if he comes out with this movie and this movie is doo-doo, yeah, where'd that money go then? Where'd the rest of that money go? Maybe that's why the movie ain't out, because we'll see that movie was not the quality of the budget. Okay? The missing money, y'all. That's what I'm saying. And everyone's sitting here like, you guys are attacking Aaron, these internet bullies, right? Like Aaron called Henry and everybody talking about him internet bullies. Oh, I'm sorry. Is anyone asking why this film that a lot of people have money invested in, why isn't it out yet? Are you saying that that they're bullies? So any investor coming to you saying, "Hey, what's going on with this project, man? I gave you $100,000 towards this project. Why is it not out? I invested in this. Where it at?" And Aaron's saying, "You're a bully. You're a bully." I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I love it when people do that. They do all this crowdfunding for shit and then when people ask where the money is, oh, you guys are bullies. Bullies. No, he's a cry bully. By the way, that came from me. I said it first. Deoxy started using it. Everyone's giving him credit, thinking that Deoxy came up with cry bully. No, I said cry bully. I want my credit. I want my credit. Or I'm making an exposed video on Deoxy next. Kella says, I lost bad respect for Aaron after watching his complete meltdown over the Batman and his hilarious gatekeeping attitude for the Batman franchise. And that's another good point that this guy says is like, Aaron's making money off of IPs he doesn't own, right? Because he doesn't own those IPs. If DC really wanted to, they could file a lawsuit against Aaron. Any character that Aaron has used in his beat 'em ups, 100%, the companies that own the IPs could 100% within their legal rights sue him, and he'd be screwed. He would be screwed. He's lucky that these companies don't care that much, man. That they consider it maybe free advertisement, right? But he's lucky a lot of these companies really don't care. But legally, any of these companies, Marvel, DC, any of them can sue him for using their characters. You know that, right? Aaron, I know you know that. I know you know that, Aaron.
It's crucified. I'm serious. And here's the thing about that Russian dude. Last I heard from Aaron's mouth himself, the dude's a quadriplegic or something, and he does it all like blowing into a tube or something. I'm like, wait a minute. You're messing with a paralyzed dude or whatever from Russia, and you're not even paying him the right way? This is from the horse's mouth. I don't remember if it was quadriplegic or paralyzed, but apparently he's like, yeah, and unless Aaron's, and here's the thing, because we all know Aaron's a good storyteller at this point, unless he was just like, yeah, I'm helping this dude out. He's really great, disabled, I'd help him pay his bills for his mom, and maybe that's all a story. But Aaron straight up told me the dude was disabled.
Yeah, from what I hear, he is disabled.
Like, I really do hope, honestly, this thing you're on, I don't know if it's called an expose or what, but keep bringing the heat. Like, I'm serious. Like, there's people on set, myself, or not anymore. I'm not trying to, I don't know Kevin Porter enough, but it makes me wonder, why doesn't Kevin Porter, how many bridges are you going to burn just to, like, move out of your dad's apartment? Like, there's...
Bro, I don't know who this man is, but I'm in love with him. This man is so based. He is so basic. Like, I don't know how many burnt bridges you have to burn to move out of your dad's apartment. Like, oh my God. Somebody do a wellness check on Aaron, because that was a fire. That was a fire comment. Oh man. I don't know who this man is, but I like him. I like him. Now, so here's my what just was said, right? Like, when a bunch of people, right? And this is just a fact. I want all the people who support Aaron and suck his farts out his ass, I want y'all to hear this, right? Because this is a fact. I have personal experience with it, right? When you start covering a person of interest, right? And you start getting some traction, and then more people start going in your DM saying, hey, I have some information. I have an experience I want to share with you. I have some evidence to show you. You guys are asking the wrong question. Y'all are mad at Henry Resilient for the wrong reasons. Y'all need to start asking, who are these people sending Henry these leaked audios? How did Henry Resilient, a YouTuber, that's been around for a bit but not been covering Power Rangers, how did Henry Resilient get a audio recording from of Jason David Frank, who is now deceased, and two other men? I think there would have been another person there, but we know that there was at least two other people there. One dude named Tony, and I don't want to butcher the other dude's name, but there was another dude there. Somebody remind me in the chat what that guy's name was. But how did Henry Resilient get a recording from Jason David Frank, who is now gone, right? Who is now gone, right? Who are these? How is these people coming to Henry and telling these stories? Why are they doing it, right? Because what this guy says, keep digging. There's more to the story. You're on to something. That happened to me before too. When I had people coming at my DMs when I covered a big YouTuber, Andy Signor from Popcorn Planet, my DMs were blowing up from people couldn't wait to talk to me about their experiences with Andy. Some people very close to Andy Signor as well, reaching out saying, keep digging. There is more. You're going to find out there's a lot more to this rabbit hole. And that's exactly what I did, is kept digging. So when people tend to do that, it means that the problem isn't everyone else. The problem is fucking Aaron. The problem is Aaron. That's why people are going to Henry Resilient, leaking audio, wanting to talk to Henry and have their stories put out there. Because the problem is actually Aaron. And Aaron over here trying to do damage control, playing victim card over here, acting like, oh, what do you mean? I'm not doing anything wrong. These YouTubers just want their clout. They're doing this for clicks and money. They don't actually care. Jason David Frank was my best friend, guys. Jason David Frank. Don't forget, Jason David Frank and me were really close. Don't listen to these YouTubers. They don't know Jason David Frank. They don't know anything about him. No, but we heard Jason David Frank talking about you, Aaron. Oh no, that's what we do when we're just messing around. We're just joking with each other. We shit talk each other all the time. That didn't sound like shit talk. That sounded like Jason David Frank questioning, working with you, and listening to other people who have worked with you, telling Jason David Frank to run fucking far away. And Jason David Frank considering it. That's what we heard, Aaron. We're not bullies. We're asking you, why are you the bully? Why are you cry bullying out here on these internet streets, Aaron? So you're going to tell me that every single person who worked with Aaron never had a bad interaction, a bad experience with this man? I'm pressing X for doubt. Heavy pressing X for doubt, guys. Where's my button? I got to press X here. X for doubt. that everyone had a great experience with Aaron from Bat in the Sun. Kind of funny how all these people are coming out of the woodwork to talk about how finally a champion has risen. Henry Resilient going in on Aaron. Oh yeah, finally there's a voice. There's somebody giving a voice to us. Fuck out of here. I don't believe Aaron for a fucking second. That man cannot convince me otherwise. Thank you, Dominic, for a $10 super chat. Aaron's business model is return on other people's investments. Yep, I agree with that. Lunchbox being a member for 25 months on the channel. I see dead people. What? Bitch, what? What the fuck is that comment? We got Toronto Freddy. Oh, now you're not okay. Thank you. Can y'all start doing that when you change your name? Like put in there formerly known as, so I know who the hell the new name changes. But thank you for the $2. I really wish my name wasn't Aaron right now. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like I'm yelling at you. It sounds like I'm yelling at you.
Get a real job then.
You know, the thing about getting a real job, it sounds good. But when Kickstarters and using fans' money is,
sure.
You know, you're not getting that real job.
No, you're going to go after the fucking gold.
I'm here in Marissa Tomei's kitchen.
Nobody
You
cares.
look amazing, by the way.
Yes, you do.
59, going straight.
Neg is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
If we can make 250 grand, but he knows the movie's only going to cost 20, where do you think the rest went? So like even all that stuff you said, where it's like, or I don't know if you said, but again, I'm paraphrasing, where it's like, just take 100 and something, even, okay, so you worked for a year. But right now on Legend of White Dragon, apparently there's also some sort of private financier, who I didn't remember the name.
Christian.
Possibly, yeah. That Aaron he's pissed about his acting, so he just keeps reshooting it. And I'm like, actually, you know what? He probably already has the shots he needs. He's probably just jacking that money.
Oh, yeah. So even Dinesh was like, what
Dinesh,
Aaron
that was
does,
his name.
it
Dinesh.
says, hey, I need more money for XYZ shoot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And in reality, he doesn't. And he pockets it.
Aaron's on a whole different level, my man. So, but it's all real, 100% from my mouth. And I'm not here again. What little fees I would have is nothing compared to what you're talking about. That's why I'm like, man, my shit's probably small peanuts at this point. But even the small stuff, even the small stuff, you couldn't even take care of the small people. Are you fucking shitting me? I just wanted to help and sort of also simultaneously be left alone, because I really believe in what you're doing. I'm serious. Like once I watched that, I literally went, finally someone's about to just fucking rain down hell on this dude.
Right.
And
what was the first piece of content you saw?
The deleted live stream. So Aaron deleted live streams on Jason David Frank blames Kyle Higgins.
Oh, yes.
Dude, to hear even Jason say like, Aaron wants half, are you shitting me, or whatever he said, I'm like, bingo.
Yeah. And so
I honestly, I don't know who this man is. I don't think Henry's gonna protect this man, because otherwise this would not be an anonymous caller, right? But I like him. he killing me. I like this man. I would like to talk to this dude too. I'm not, listen, I'll keep you anonymous, but I would like to talk to you. If you come across this, sir, I just want to get to know you. You sound funny as hell. Me and you a whole vibe. I like your vibe, sir. I want to be your friend. Oh man. Henry, did you pay him to be on here? Talk about compensation? No. You know what's funny is, again, that's how it works. See, a lot of these people who watch content creators don't understand how it works when you do what I do or what Henry does. We do commentary stuff. Henry does a little bit more professional than I do. He kind of lacks on the cuss words than I am. I'm a little bit more blunt and to the point, where Henry's to the point, but he don't got to use bad language like I do. But basically what I'm saying is, this is how it works, guys. This is literally the formula of what we do here. Okay? You get a story about a public figure, a YouTuber, a celebrity, whatever, right? And you talk about it, right? And now if that gets some traction, that means there's some interest in the story, right? People like, oh shoot, this is an exposed story, right? Especially if you got some sussery going on, right? That gets attention. But more importantly, what you really want is, we want to get the attention of people who can collaborate the stuff that we're saying, because it's not about us. Like, yes, do we use it for content? Are we getting paid to do it? Sure. But at the end of the day, it's more important that the information is out there. And again, you can hate Henry all you want. Maybe he disrespected you. Maybe y'all got into it. Maybe he called you out on some shit, right? Pause. My internet's doing a thing again. Hold on. Maybe it'll get back to normal. Give it a second. I don't know. When I see it go down to 1 dot, I'm like worried. But anyways, Henry does his research. And Henry goes to people to get sources, okay? You can hate Henry as a person. You cannot like his content or his style content, but the facts matter. Facts over fucking feelings all day, okay? You don't have to like Henry, but when he's talking about something, he does his research. He brings receipts. He's not going to put somebody on here and allow them to be anonymous if he doesn't know that this person's legitimate. Henry's not going to risk his reputation by putting somebody on here to tell a story about Aaron and not know who that person is and not look into that person and know that that person is telling the truth, that they did work with Aaron. And that person has every right to tell their story, right? That person has every right to tell their story and experience. And he's telling you, it stemmed from, I saw this come up on my feed because, of course, everyone's talking about it. Everyone who's invested in the Bat and the Sun stuff and with Aaron, Legends of the White Dragon, they're watching. Just like all the Power Ranger fandoms are watching Henry. Henry got a name. I'm even hearing people talk. I'm having people from the Power Ranger community that I still associate with sending me clips of Henry. And I'm like, yeah, I know Henry. You know him? What's his deal? I'm telling you, Henry's getting trapped, and even in my circles on that side, and my circles are small now because I left that community, right? But even the smart circles I still fuck around with, the people I still talk to, they're reaching out to me and sending me videos about Henry. So I'm just saying, people get the word out, and then more people want to come forward and talk, especially people who were done wrong by Aaron. What's wrong with that? Y'all can't blame Henry Resilient because he's putting that information out there. And again, this person wants to remain anonymous, like Henry said, to protect his company from getting attacked by Aaron or people who are fans of Aaron, because people are crazy on the internet. Like, simps are crazy. Don't get me wrong, I love my simps over here, but simps are crazy. Anyone simping for Aaron will 100% go after. If they're going to go after Henry, they definitely go after this man's business. I don't blame him for wanting to be anonymous. That's all I'm saying.
Every time Aaron goes live and he tries to justify that he wanted to have, he'll delete the live stream.
I can't raise $4 million and pay you $2 million. What the?
Sid's been thinking of.
I can't stand all these ads, and it's always only on Henry's videos.
Is that's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, if I got 500, he wants at 500,000, even a $500,000 budget, he wants 250.
Because when the budget was a lot smaller, I was saying, we would definitely need half.
Got him.
Same,
So just so you guys know, here Henry has on the screen where Henry reached out on the left. This is Henry reaching out to Aaron from Bat and the Sun, saying, hey, Aaron, I received information that if Legend of the White Dragon raised $4 million, you wanted $2 million to direct it. Is it true, or is someone feeding me false information, lying on you? Another thing Henry doesn't get credit for is, instead of just running with the story, he goes to the person and asks them first. Say, hey, I heard about this. Is this true? And Aaron's response is, hey, that's false. Not sure who gave that info, but it's false. So Aaron is caught lying to Henry, saying it's false, then doing live streams saying, yeah, no, I definitely would want half of the budget. Like, what? What? Here's another screenshot to the right. I cannot, this is from Aaron, I cannot afford to spend a year of my life working on a project that there is no guarantee of money. The Kickstarter's goals have not changed since we first spoke. That's what I agreed to, me and my dad. So almost everything on these projects, you guys, you guys are extremely valuable and being so much more than just your time. But as an actor, you will work 20 days on set. Me and my dad will work 365 days. All right. I mean, again, so his justification for wanting half of a budget earned for a film is like, I'm not gonna make a film if there's not guaranteed that I'm gonna get paid for doing so. Sir, you do understand that big production companies like DC, Marvel Studios, you know, all these studios, right? They have a set budget. Okay? They'll have a budget. Like, say they do a budget, they get like $100 million budget, right? To make the best fucking film that we're gonna see this year, right? $100 million is a lot of money. Now the box office returns, how much money they made was half of that. Now, do these companies go out of business? Do these people not get paid? No, they already get paid. It was part of the $100 million budget. Everybody part of that project got paid. Okay? Now the movie comes out so that they can get paid more. Now, yes, do you want your film to make more money than you put into it? That's business 101, guys. Business 101 is when you own a business. Here, let me educate y'all because I've owned a business before. Just regular business 101. That's across the board, right? Doesn't matter what business you have, right? When you start a business, never expect to make money in the first year. That's a guarantee because all the money you make is supposed to go right back into the business to keep it going, right? So what you want to do at the very best of your business abilities is break even. Meaning if you have a business that your cost to keep that business going is $250,000 a year, right? You want to make sure you at least make $250 a year to keep your business going. Anything extra is good, right? It's even better, right? Now, with that extra money, you can choose to put that extra money to better your business, which is what a lot of people do, okay? Your business has been running for 5 years. You're running on an old computer system. Maybe you want to upgrade your computer systems. So now you need to make more than $250 a year to upgrade shit. Okay? Or, yeah, you can have that money and pocket that money. But most smart business people put that extra money back into their business. So what Aaron is saying here is I'd rather just pocket the money now, right? I'd rather just pocket the money now to guarantee that I at least get something out of this rather than wait to see what happens when I put this shit out, right? So that's basically saying. So again, he lied. He's lying to Henry saying, no, I never wanted half. That's not true. That's not true. But on live stream saying, yeah, that is true. You know what I'm saying? Right. Upgrade color correction, upgrade suits. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you actually care more about your artwork, your project, putting that shit out there, doing it for the fans? Or do you only care about putting it in your pocket? Because for me, everything I've seen with Aaron is money, 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 greed, 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 greed. Greed, 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 greed. That's why I asked, like, anytime I talk about Aaron, I still ask, what does Aaron do outside of not making these films or projects anymore? What does Aaron do to make money right now? How is he living? How has he been living for the last few years? His YouTube channel does not make him that much money, if any at all. Okay, he's not putting out content on his YouTube channel. What is he doing? He claims he's always fucking busy, but he's not too busy to watch every single YouTuber or read the comment section for all of his posts on social media to respond to them. He's doing everything but putting the fucking film out. It's almost like he's trying to make money doing these fucking fluff tours he's doing. Because he's not doing anything. This man always, I'm so busy. How many live streams on Instagram has he been doing? When the Deoxy thing happened, he was going on everybody's channel. He was on Francis's channel. He was on Henry's channel. He's doing all these YouTube guest appearances, but he's so fucking busy. He's so fucking busy, guys. Make that make sense. Aaron, you're doing everything but what you're supposed to be doing, which is putting out this film. That's wild.
Wants half.
that's true.
We fucking got him.
We got $4 million. He takes $2 million to direct.
He'll say, and for him to say like he was best, like I'm telling you, what little I saw on set, look, maybe acquaintances, maybe even coworkers, but best friend vibes, I didn't catch that. And as a person that has done my job as long as I have, like I never once observed best friend. I didn't see side hugs and jumping after a rap. You know what I mean? I didn't see none of that. I saw people that were maybe working together for sure. For him to be like, and then God, when he was like, I probably should have been there because maybe he'd still be here. Oh, shut the fuck up! Literally.
Oh my God. So like
when I saw that in your video, I was like, oh, Aaron, you're gross, bro. You are gross.
So like, what
was the vibe on set? Like, was he well revered?
No, and he was always panicked. We got to go, like this, that, and the other. And I'm telling you, watching on one of the shoots, watching his girlfriend try to act, a few of us literally had our thumbs in our eye sockets, like, oh, yikes, she can't even deliver. And he's like, I don't know what her line was, but it was just like, it was delivered in such a weird, like, oh no. Like, what are you, fucking Scarlet from Gone with the Wind? Like, what are you doing? Just
damn, the shade being thrown at his wife. I don't understand. I'm not gonna lie. She's very pretty, by the way. God damn, she's very pretty though. Anyway, sorry, I was distracted because like beautiful women are just my weakness. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, you beautiful, beautiful woman. I'm sorry you're catching strays. I don't know you. Maybe you weren't nice to this man on set. That's why he's having these opinions. But like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're catching strays, but god damn, she's pretty. She looked like Angelina Jolie a little bit mixed with some what's that chick's name from Wednesday? Oh my god, why did I forget her name? She's in fucking everything. Oh my god. What is that girl's name? That was in Wednesday. Why am I drawing a blank? Oh my god, she's like a crossbreed of Angelina Jolie mixed with what's her name? Help me out, chat. Please help me out, chat. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. Wednesday, Beetlejuice. I'm gonna feel so. Thank you, Jenna Ortega. Thank you, appreciate you. I drew a blank. I don't know why I drew a blank. Does she not look like a cross mix of Angelina Jolie and Jenna Ortega? I'm telling. She is gorgeous. I feel bad. This poor woman catching some strays. Oh, did he? I'm not surprised. Oh man, though, I feel bad. She catching strays. I think maybe she wasn't nice on set. I mean, she's very pretty. She's nice to look at. Aaron is very lucky, but maybe she just wasn't nice to these people.
Act the way you're supposed to act. Like all he does is sell story after story after story.
And how long do you think? How long do you think people have been like waiting on his downfall, or maybe not his downfall necessarily, for just him to get exposed?
Like, this is all a guess, but I started noticing the interest.
Stop it, you
definitely,
guys.
I would say after the last, like before White Dragon took off, but like after, that's when the interest I feel from what little I know. Again, I'm not super deep in the club, okay? Like from what little I know, it was sort of after the last couple really successful ones, you know, like the Bison one, which was really neat. I mean, there was a lot of great talent on set for that one. I would say after that, like that's when I started getting just my weird shit radar was going off. That's for sure.
And how was Jason David Frank all the times you met him?
He was always cool to me. He was always a decent person. Like I wasn't there. Now me and my line of work though, like I don't kiss actors' asses. You're just a human that has a high profile job. So I just treat you like a human. Like treat me like a human. I treat you like.
I like him. Treat me like a human. I treat you like a human. Thank you. I like that, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. Whoever you are. I hope you're listening. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And that's the thing. Jason did treat people like that. Jason was, again, I can't stress enough how sad it is that if you didn't get a chance to meet Jason David Frank in person, that is a damn shame. This man, the first time I met him, I'm telling you, I don't get starstruck like at all. I've met a lot of people. I've met a lot of celebrities in my days. I don't get starstruck. Jason David Frank is the only person I have ever been nervous to meet and super excited. I'm telling y'all, when I found out that he was in my neighborhood, not in my neighborhood, because I had to drive like a 35, I think it was like 35, 45-minute drive, right, to go see him because he was close by, right? I drove out there and I was like, looking at the time, like, I didn't even shower. I woke up, I was like, I just threw my shit on and went. I just threw my shit on, sprayed myself down, made sure I didn't smell like ass, and just went out. I brushed my teeth and just put on a hat. I was embarrassed. I didn't even try to get dressed up to look nice for Jason David Frank. But I went. I was so excited to see him. And when I saw him, I had the most cheesy smile. I called everybody afterwards, like, oh my God, guess who I just met? Because everyone knew how much of a big Power Ranger fan I was and how much I love Jason David Frank. No, I did not. I went right, put my clothes on, sprayed myself, put on some deodorant, and just went. Okay? I just went, brushed my hair back, put on a hat, and I just went. Right? Pretty much exactly DJ Direwolf, right? And I'm telling you, the moment I saw this man, he was so energetic, so full of life. He was glowing. Like he had an aura about him, man. Like it was just undeniable. But he was such a sweet person. I don't even have the pic no more. I think I sent it to Henry a long time ago, but I don't have the picture of me and Jason. But oh man, he was so sweet. And when we talk about greed, this is why I'm saying this man's not greedy, right? Because I paid $20 for a picture for him to sign, right? And he signed it, but I saw he liked my hat. He complimented my hat because I had a hat that said "I heart haters," okay? And I was so excited that he loved my hat because it's like, yeah, I love we love our haters too. And I was so excited, man. I was like, oh my God, could you sign my hat? I'll pay you. I told Jason David Frank that I would pay him extra money to sign my hat after I already purchased it. He looked at that today and said, "No, you already purchased. You already got a photo. I'll sign it for free." Okay, no problem. So he signed it right in the heart because it said "I heart." It had a heart. He signed it in the heart, and I was like, "Oh my God, thank you. That was so nice." Because like I offered to pay him. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'll give you money. And he said, no, it's fine. I'll sign it for free. And then when we took a picture, guys, this man, again, you would think it'd just be one picture and you're done. Nah, he would take a picture and he held my phone too. He's like, let's take one. Okay, let's take another one. Okay, let's take another one. Yeah, no, I don't like that one. Let's take another one. And he did that with everybody who was in that line. He was like that with everybody who was in that line. And that is who Jason David Frank was. He wasn't about, like, yes, he needed money, right? He had a family. He needed money. He had bills to pay too. But when it came down to it, he always prioritized the long game, which is I'd rather make my fans happy so they keep coming back than just be greedy and make it all about money. Jason David Frank was very fucking humble. And that's another reason why I'm covering this and I'm pissed about this Aaron situation, because if you actually were best friends with Jason David Frank, you would know that money is not his top priority. He wants to create. He wants to do stuff for the fans. He loves his fans. That's who Jason David Frank was. It was sad what happened to Jason. He had so much love and he still ended up doing what he did, which is so tragic. But the fact that he is gone and people are still using his name for fucking money is disgusting. The only people who have any rights to fucking do that, in my personal opinion, are his fucking family. Are his family. And Jason would want that. Jason wanted to share the wealth with people he was close to, his family, his actual close friends like Francis. He wants them to succeed after he's gone. He wants them to keep his legacy moving forward. That's who Jason David Frank is. And you didn't need to be his best fucking friend to know that, because I'm not his best friend. I met that man a couple times. Okay? I met that man a couple times. I was closer to Francis than I was with Jason for sure. But from what I know, from what I've seen with my own eyes, from the interviews that exist out there with Jason David Frank, this is who he is. He is not a selfish person. Everybody out there who don't like Jason David Frank, was he an asshole once in a while? Yes, he was fucking human. He was human. How dare he be a human and have a bad day? That just means he's a complete asshole, right? Because he had a bad day, you caught him a bad day, or maybe he just didn't fucking like you. And he didn't have to be nice to you, because that's another thing about Jason. If he didn't like you, he let it be known. Jason wasn't fake to people's faces. Jason, if he didn't fucking like you, he had no problems telling the world he did not fucking like you. So if people are out there running their mouth about Jason David Frank, saying stuff like, I don't know, I don't care that he died, all that shit, good riddance, he was a piece of shit. Like some of these Power Ranger actors, booking agents said on Twitter, on Facebook. Yeah, that happened. There was a booking agent, Zachary Taylor McGinnis, whatever fucking that dude's name is, right? He went on Facebook on the anniversary of Jason David Frank's passing, saying vile stuff. Oh, I'm glad he's gone. Fuck that guy. Bro, really? Really? That's why I'm pissed. That's why I'm covering Aaron. Because fuck Aaron for doing this. You weren't his best friend, bro. There's no way.
And I felt like we both had that kind of understanding. So I did have his number. I'm not trying to be his best friend, but he was always cool to me. Now, I will admit, now knowing what we know, obviously hindsight with his death, like, yeah, you could kind of see that because I've dealt with some of this, like, you could kind of see that he was down in life a little bit. Like, he wasn't sobbing or nothing, but you just got that vibe that he was dealing with shit.
I got that vibe too. Last time I saw Jason David Frank, I knew something was off. I said to my boyfriend at the time, I said, bro, did it seem he was a little weird? He seemed a little grumpy, a little like exhausted, like he didn't have the same energy he had when I first met him. You know, anytime you met Jason, he always had this energy when he was meeting fans. That day he was off. And I knew it, but I was like, maybe he's just tired because he's been going to different locations around Massachusetts or whatever. So I thought he was just tired. Then when I heard the story, I'm looking back and I'm like, fuck, I saw the sign. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that's crazy. Hollywood here says, I'm the same way with people. I don't pretend to like someone I really dislike or disgusted by. I've told people at work that if I don't talk to you, I don't like you. Yeah, exactly. Jason was like that, man. If he didn't like you, you knew. Like, you knew. He never hid who he didn't like. He didn't like Austin St. John. That beef was very public. He had no, like, you're telling me that he was co-workers, right? Him and Austin St. John were co-workers. Austin St. John was the Red Power Ranger, by the way, if you guys don't know who that is. Austin St. John and Jason David Frank were on the same show for a very long time, and they weren't cool. Right. And even after the show, for decades later, they're still not cool. And Jason had no problem saying that when people asked about it. Right. Jason's like, yeah, I mean, I don't fuck with him. You know, when he was on set, he was always trying to one up people. And I just didn't like his vibe or, you know, how he presents himself. Jason didn't give a fuck to say straight up, I didn't like the dude. And Austin, when you hear, like, go back and watch these interviews with Jason David Frank talking about Austin St. John, and then watch Austin St. John talk about Jason David Frank. Notice how Austin St. John's like, yeah, no, we got, like, you got beef, but it seems like a one-side beef. Now, Austin St. John didn't like Jason David Frank either, but Austin tried to play it down because he's trying to save face. Jason didn't give a fuck about saving face. That's why I respected and loved Jason David Frank. He did not give two flying shits what people thought about who he fucked with and who he didn't fuck with. Nope, I did not get along with Austin St. John. I still to this day call him a bitch, basically. He didn't say that, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he was saying, is like, nah, I don't fuck with Austin St. John. He's a bitch. I don't fucks with him. He don't fucks with me. I don't like the dude. I'm never going to like the dude. I will give Austin St. John a little bit of respect, though. When Jason David Frank died, he could have been an asshole about it, said nothing, or he could have been an asshole and talked shit. But he was like, you know what? We didn't really get along, but, like, it's still sad what happened to him. So I'll give him some respect there. But it sounds like Austin's just being more professional, classy. Yeah, well, that's why he got found guilty for committing fraud recently, Stray Beans. I don't know if you heard, and I don't know if you keep up, but yes, Austin St. John got charged with fraud. So let's not give Austin too much courtesy here. Okay.
The last message you want to, like, the fans or maybe other actors who are scared to come forward?
I personally think that this is all just a really big one person that literally all you had to do was be decent and you just couldn't. Like you took something that could have been really pure and awesome for the fans and you turned it into your little cash cow is what you did. The other things that I would say to either the fans, if you're disappointed, you need to start speaking your mind because something's off for a project to take this long, all this kind of money going sideways, this, that, and the other. It's like, where's the money going, Aaron? Where's the money going and what you're using it for? Oh, I'm sorry, you're swimming in it literally at your house. Like, let's just be honest. Like, that's where it went. Like, I think if Aaron thinks he's fooling anyone, he's oblivious. Like, he is drinking his own Kool-Aid for far too long. So,
well, he does delete comments and block people who offer any type of level of criticism.
Oh, for sure. Why would he want that? Why would he want that? Because all it's going to do is expose what he's doing. Like, that's the thing is, if this many people know that something's up, something is up. Even if we don't have the full story yet and it's starting to come out, I think we all know at this point, Aaron's day is coming.
If there was one actor who you think should come forward, who would it be?
Oh boy. Well, obviously Jason's not with us. I don't know because I don't know enough about that particular side. Meaning I was never privy to
you had the
financial
type of
rumors though of people maybe getting screwed over, maybe not. Maybe not.
Pause real quick. I'm not sure how fraud relates to their personal interactions, but okay, because Jason David Frank did not like Austin St. John for a reason, right? And the reason was, like I said, Austin St. John was always like trying to one-up people, right? So Jason gave an example of how one time, they were talking about how I think it was a story about how many push-ups they could do or whatever. And then, Austin had a one-up and be like, oh, I can do more than that or whatever, and never did it, right? It's one of those things where Austin was always like Aaron telling fucking stories that weren't true. So yes, the fact that you have somebody being called out for lying about shit to hype themselves up to make them look like they're cool or they're a good person, only to find out that they committed fraud, kind of does relate, because you're now out here saying like, Jason knew this motherfucker was fraudulent. He called that out and he never liked Austin. That's what he called Austin out for, because he's like, you're fraudulent, bro. All you do is tell stories trying to one up on everybody and instead of just be yourself. That's what Jason didn't like about Austin St. John. Now come to find out this man out there committing fraud. It's not if I say so. It's just a fact, Stray Bean. Like, come on now. If me and you are talking, right, and Stray Bean, you're like, man, I wrote this really awesome comic. Okay, y'all know I wrote some comics too, and I never wrote a comic a day in my life, right? I'm straight up lying to your fucking face. You're not gonna look at me and be like, yeah, you're not gonna be surprised if I get caught frauding people. That's crazy. That's crazy, Stray Beans. When people are willing to lie about shit like that, it's the little lies that make you wonder about the big lies. And committing actual government fucking fraud is like, holy shit. A liar 100% is capable of doing that, because if you're willing to lie, it means you don't have any remorse. You don't have any remorse for anything. You don't care if you fraud people. You fraud people by telling them false stories. You take people's money and you don't give a fuck. That is kind of on the same lines of what Aaron has been doing, from what we're hearing, right? So that's what I'm saying. I get what you're trying to go with, Stray Beans, and I love you for it, but that's why it relates, because, man, I'm telling you, if you're going to sit there and lie about how many push-ups you can do or sit-ups you can do, I'm not surprised when you defraud the government.
Not having a pleasant experience with Aaron?
No, actually, because for the longest time I stayed out of it. Like, once I knew my stuff was just, like, I knew I was getting used, I just backed the hell off, and I knew deep down that karma was coming for him. So I really did distance myself. That's the truth. Like, I hear bits and pieces, but nothing of that type of quality. You know what I mean? So, like, I can't really, in full honesty, like, I don't want to be an Aaron. I don't want to sit here and make up shit that's not real. If I don't know, I don't know. And if I do, I don't mind sharing. But this part, I really don't know, like, who should come up. I just feel like if any of the actors got fucked over, you should say something. Like, what's Aaron going to do to you? Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. What's Aaron going to do? You know what Aaron's going to do? Call y'all bullies. That's what Aaron's going to do. Or make up some shit and say, you know what? This is just a disgruntled person. I fired them. That's why they're mad. That's why you don't see them anymore. Because instead of, like, they could come out and say, I walked away. Well, no, I fired you. That's going to be the story. That's what Aaron's going to do. And I think a lot of the reasons why these people aren't going to come forward, I mean, I would hope they would, but the reason why I could understand why they don't is because these are people who want to be actors. Aaron gave them a platform to do so, right? And the golden rule in the industry is you don't want to bite the hand that fed you, because that sets a bad taste and other potential opportunities with other people. Because if they find out that you worked for a certain director or whatever project, even if it's a YouTube channel, if they find out that you did that, you came forward and spilled the tea, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to want you there, because usually these motherfuckers themselves have something to hide, right? So that does fuck with their careers, because it's Hollywood. That's what they do. Okay, so that's why a lot of actors don't come forward when they're dealing with fucking people that they didn't want to work with. They kind of just want to be like, it was a bad experience. I'm going to let it go and move on. And it is what it is. They don't want to say anything, even though they know it was wrong and they want to speak out. They're not going to, because it does fuck up their opportunities in the future. So I understand why people don't want to come forward, but do I think they should? Yeah, because at this day and age, fuck it. Especially if you were part of Bat in the Sun and you worked with Aaron, and you're not currently doing any career shit. Like if you're not acting or whatever, maybe you gave it up or you couldn't find work, especially then, y'all should definitely speak out. It's not going to kill you to speak out. Because like he said, what the fuck is Aaron really going to do other than lie more? And at this point, it's going to be more so in your favor, because a lot of people are starting to see the light. Believe it or not. Like Henry is doing God's work over here with this story, because a lot of people are starting to see and ask more questions and be like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why hasn't Aaron produced this film? What is the holdup? Where did the money go? Aaron's moving into a new nice house, which probably costs a lot of money, especially in California. So where's this money coming from? It can't just solely be coming from the OnlyFans chick. You know? Thank you, Aerostream. Like the stream because it helps spread the word. This is very true. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, guys, the math is not mathing. We got a bunch of people watching. Please hit that like button, just because it does help get these streams. When it becomes a video, it does help it get out there in the algorithm, so more people can at least hear the story and understand. So see, even Henry's saying true. That's what I'm saying, man. They need to come forward. If you listen, guys, if you guys come across this, any of you actors, former actors, if you are not currently acting, you have nothing to lose, right? And even so, like, I understand depending on where you are in your careers with this whole thing, I get it. But like the silence helps Aaron continue to do this and unchecked. You know what I'm saying? And go to Henry. Henry, you can see right here. Henry will protect your identity. If you don't want to be out there and you really are scared, Henry will help you, man. Don't do it to me because I'm too vulgar. Y'all don't want to be associated with me. I'm too vulgar. Henry's a professional.
So if you're out there and you know you got fucked over, then you should say something. Because it's when you don't, what is that saying? The only thing that is required for evil to basically succeed is for good people to do nothing. You might, like, I don't know the exact saying, but that's paraphrased. Like, that's literally true. Like, if you don't say something, then how is he ever going to be held accountable? And he's accountable to a lot of people. He's accountable to these people that he, you know, whether it's not true employment or not, the point is you employed them, you asked them to be on your project. He's accountable to them. He's definitely accountable to the fans. He has fucked over so many fans, it's not even funny. Like, the fans should be literally burning down the internet for Aaron. So all I'm trying to say is, dude, the work you're doing out there, I'm with it. I will be paying attention for sure now that I watched that one. And like I said, that was sent to me, and then the whole time I'm just watching it going, holy shit. Like, holy shit. Like, you had all these rad sound bites with Jensen's own voice. It's like, this is so bad that it's like I grabbed my popcorn. Like, I had to get my popcorn because I'm like, I am here for this.
Well,
where's my popcorn?
The beauty of me is I'm not trying to build a relationship with him or any other body, or worried about getting invited to conventions or cover conventions.
That's a lie. No, look at Henry. Hey guys, I know what the optics look like. I know what people are saying, but I'm not out here trying to gain clout. I mean, the clout's nice. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to not take the money. But at least you know where your money's going to with Henry. At least you know what Henry's doing with that money, okay? Henry ain't out there taking your money and putting out bullshit. He's giving y'all great content, but he's also shedding light on the truth. So at least when you give money to Henry, you know it's going for a good cause. So keep giving your money to Henry. Out of all the YouTubers out there, and y'all know, I only talk highly of the ones that really deserve it, the ones that are real ones, the ones that are out here actually trying to help. I'm telling you, Henry will literally sit down with you and to have a conversation with you. Henry's not one of them YouTubers that think he's too big for his britches. This man don't got an ego. He really don't got an ego when it comes to that shit. Dead ass. You know, Henry could have ignored a lot of people, myself included. You know, he tried to help me with my channel and everything. I don't listen to him, but he still tried to help me, you know, and he didn't have to do that, take time out of his day, out of his editing to try to tell me how I could better my channel. Again, I didn't listen, but still, Henry still did that. And even though I still don't listen to this man about getting my ass on camera, he still shows up in the chat, still shows me support, okay? And that's why Henry gets my respect. That's why people want to say it's a cult. It's not a cult. I have respect. People have respect for Henry. That's the difference. Y'all wouldn't know what respect is if it bit you in the ass. That's why y'all are hating on Henry. Henry just keeps it real. If you don't like what he has to say, you don't want to hear the harsh truth, trust me. You think I want to hear Henry talk about how shitty my channel is and how it could be better? No, I don't want to hear that. But he'll still tell it to me and still be my friend at the end of the day. Or sorry, my acquaintance. I don't know if Henry does the online friendships. But I like how he's here trying to do damage control because he already knows what people think about him. So he's just saying, I'm not doing this for this reason. I'm not doing this for that reason.
I'm just solely here to provide information to the fans. And that's it.
Whether it be good or bad.
Well, and that's the vibe I got from the video where I was like, dude, this dude's actually just trying to be solid to the fans. Because, like, what good is it being an actor if no one knows you exist? So I love actors that know you only have this job for one reason.
You left that clip in. That's funny.
Because without them, you are just some dude on a stage cosplaying. That's it. Or some woman or whatever. So without the fans, you are nada. And I don't really know where Aaron's game plan was. Let's fuck over the fans and the employees, and this is going to be great. That's your game plan?
Well, we'll see what happened.
You greedy bitch.
You greedy bitch.
The Legend of the White Dragon getting released.
I haven't seen shit, and I don't care. I will not be one of, like, there is no way in hell when that comes out, under how many views it has, I ain't going to be one of them.
Amen. I fucking like this man. I like this man. I said the same thing. As sad as it is that I love Jason David Frank, I will always have love for that man. May he rest in peace. But because of all this bullshit, I'm not supporting Aaron because Jason's not here to reap the benefits of what he put into this project. All right? He's not here to watch it, celebrate it with us. I'm not watching it. Especially with Aaron pulling this bullshit and the way he's acting. I'm not supporting it. Y'all do what you want. If you still want to support it because it's Jason David Frank's last film, power to you. I am with this man. I am not watching it because it does not support Jason David Frank. It supports Aaron. It supports Aaron. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I have part 2 and part 3 with him recorded. Bet. I can't wait. We gonna react to those too. I like this dude though. I like him.
All right. Well, look, man.
And that's sad. And that's sad because, again, I wasn't his bestie or nothing like that, but I had a lot of respect for Jason, for him to be battling as long as he has with all his demons, literally just trying to make fans happy. It reminded me in a similar way of, like, the reason Robin Williams was such a comedian was because he was so broken inside.
Yeah.
And he has quotes out there where it's like, I do this because all I want to do is make people not feel what I'm feeling.
Yep.
And Jason had been doing that even since I was a kid. I'm an 80s kid. So, like, when that first came out, I was only like 9 or 10. So,
90s.
Dude, I was a Green Ranger fan for sure.
90s. It was the 90s.
And it's just like, and he stayed with the franchise for so long because, dude, all these kids, all these fans, like, grew up, he was one of their heroes. So it was an honor to work with him. I wasn't his bestie, but I did get to be around him just a little bit, and I never had one negative interaction with him. Like, he was always super tight.
Oh man, that's So that's that. I guess overall, man, the ending got me, y'all. The ending got me. The ending of that got me, y'all. Cause like, yeah, like it is sad because it's usually the people who come off as the happiest and always wanting to bring joy into the world that are like suffering the most. They're suffering the most. And yeah, Jason was he was very open about his battles with depression and stuff. But yeah, you know, he was always really trying to put good out there. And it is really tragic what happened. You know, to this day, no matter how many years go by, that'll always be a hole in a lot of our hearts, especially as fans of his. Especially people who knew what kind of person he was. Like, that's always gonna be a empty place in our hearts. So, you know, it's nice to hear him say, like, you know, I was a fan of him and working with him was great. And that was really nice. But man, that kind of hit that hit a little bit. It hit a little bit. Cause like, yeah, I'm telling y'all, I knew it. I fucking knew it when I saw him last time when he was out here. He was off, man. I felt it. I saw it. I was like, he looks exhausted. He looks so tired, guys. He was so low energy, and I just had that vibe. Like he wasn't himself, and I fucking knew it. And then like when I heard the news, man, I went back to that last interaction, and I was like, dude, I fucking knew something was wrong, man. And like, well, like, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks when you see the signs and there ain't shit you could do about it. You know, that's the worst thing about when people end their own lives. It's like, there's nothing you can do about it. And everyone wants to put blame on everybody or make conspiracy theories on why he did it. Like I literally lost friendships because I saw some fellow YouTuber did a stream doing conspiracy theories on why Jason did it. I said, that's a fucking dumb thing to do. Do you know why he did it? He was fucking depressed. He lost his battle with fucking depression. That's why he did it. Why are we trying to sit here and put blame on anybody other than the fucking fact that mental illness is a contributor, the most, like, number one fucking suspect of why people end their lives is mental fucking health. And there's not much people could do when somebody is that like that depressed and dying inside. There's not much you can do to help them sometimes, man. And it's just, whew, sorry. That shit got me, man. That shit got me. But overall, I guess moral of the story is there is more to come. And Aaron is definitely probably clenching his butt cheeks now. Cause like, yeah, like the storm is coming for you, bro. All you had to do is put that movie out, but instead you kind of like wasted it. And I'm tired of seeing you do streams talk about how Jason David Frank was your best friend. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Put his last film out for the people who want to see it and just fucking move on. And just move on, Aaron. That's all you really need to do at this point. Because you're not going to get the money back that you want for this film. I'm just telling you that right now. You're not going to get the money back for this film. So just put it the fuck out. As is. As long as it's finished, just fucking do it. We don't gotta touch up the light colors anymore. We don't gotta touch up the lighting. Just put it the fuck out. Just put it out. And then it's done. The longer you not put this shit out, the more this shit's just gonna keep coming out. So like, I hope this was worth it for you, Aaron. I really hope this was worth it. I hope you know that instead of celebrating Jason David Frank in his last fucking film, now all everyone talks about associated with this film is how you're fucking people over. Do you want that to be your legacy, Aaron? Because at this point, that's what it is. Whenever people type in your name in fucking YouTube or in Google, now all they're going to see is all of this fucking bullshit. Instead of just the fucking movie. Just put it out, dude. Just put it out. Like, seriously. Thank you, Aerostream, for $5. JDF made me realize on the future of Legend of the White Dragon and Aaron and didn't help his depression state. Again, I'm not gonna blame anyone. We will never know exactly what caused it, right? He's gone. That's all we know, right? We don't know what it was that pushed Jason over the edge, right? I don't want to sit there and point blame on anybody because it could be because he was depressed about this. It could have been because he was depressed about that. Jason was depressed for a long time, okay? He lost his brother, and then he lost his mother. He lost a daughter, okay? He had a lot of loss, and he's a very loving person. He's very empathetic, and that definitely killed him inside, and he was still struggling with dealing with those losses. Just because you lost somebody, years go by, that shit never goes away. I still mourn my mother. It's been almost a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand, like, people want to understand and try to explain why he did what he did. We're never going to know for sure he's gone, and that's just why you just got to lay it to rest. I'm not going to blame Aaron for any of that. I'm not going to blame anyone for any of that because I don't know, and we're never going to know. But I will say that if Jason was here today, I can guarantee you this situation would not be fucking flying with Jason. He'd be like, why are we not putting this out? He would be on Aaron's ass the longer it waits. What is going on? Well, we need to do color correction. Okay, let me know when that's done. A year goes by. What the fuck? How long does it take to color correct a movie? What are we doing? You know? So that's just where it is with that. I'm looking forward to part 2 and 3, and I'm hoping more people come forward. I hope Henry's DMs are being blown up because more people do need to speak to ask Aaron what happened to them, what's going on with this movie, and where's the money. Those are 2 questions that I really want to know. What is going on with this movie, and where is the money gone to? Boy, the reckoning is coming. But anyways, that's what we have on that one. We're gonna go ahead and go to the Amouranth thing because that was a whole hour and 37 minutes. So we gotta go to the Amouranth thing real quick. Oh my God, man, I'm telling you. Because I'm telling you, the frauds is all fraudulent. We got another one here. This just came out, this Amouranth story. So I don't know if you guys know Amouranth. She is a Twitch streamer. I think she does OnlyFans as well. But yeah, I know for a fact she does OnlyFans. I don't know why I said it like I don't know. So I found this video. I think this is a VTuber, so forgive me. I just found this and I thought this was like a short video, the shortest one where it's going over the Amouranth stuff. So we're gonna react to that. Yeah, it's only 23 minutes long. That's why I didn't want to do like a long one. So let's do that real quick. And we'll get that going. Probably should add it to the screen. And guys, just so you know, you got like I'm not Aaron, okay? I'm not gonna scam y'all and say I'm doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. But and you know what? I don't know why I didn't star that comment. Hold on, I gotta go all the way back to the top of the fucking thing now. Jeez Louise. I'm a bad YouTuber, guys. I don't know how to YouTube properly. Here we go. I'll star it that way. It still stays there. I keep forgetting I can star stuff. Yeah, all the changing on StreamYard. Anyways, just so you guys know, your girl's asking for some assistance. If y'all want to, help out a sister, there is a GoFundMe. I have a GoFundMe up. Trust me. My pride is killing me for saying that. But I appreciate anyone to share it. If you could donate, help me out, that'd be great. I'm not Aaron, like I said. I'll tell you exactly. Y'all already know what the funds are going to. I'm not going to be like Aaron and say that, I'm making a movie, guys. I'm making a movie for $2,000 and I'm going to pocket $1,000. So I give you guys $1,000 budget movie. But for anyone, I do appreciate any support y'all can contribute. That is there for y'all. If you want to. If not, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't like asking for help. As you can tell, I'm very awkward even talking about it. So, but let's get to the Amouranth stuff and see. The Amouranth situation is disgusting. And this was actually posted a week ago. So I'm a little behind, but it's better to wait. So let's get into it.
Back in the news. Apparently she has called the police on her husband and has been arguing with him for 24 hours straight, resulting in some pretty insane clips. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's an OnlyFans Twitch streamer and a pioneer of several metas on Twitch, which involves skirting past the rules and trying to advertise her OnlyFans. Now, Twitch is supposed to be a gaming website that is 13 plus, not 18 plus, so you end up advertising to a bunch of kids as well, which personally I find a little disgusting. Now, last time we talked about her, she had this drama where she came out and said that her husband is very abusive, and her husband is actually the one who forced her to do OnlyFans. Apparently, she never wanted to sell her body on.
I want to be honest with this, right? So forcing someone to do OnlyFans, I mean, I don't know the nature of it. I don't want to seem like I'm victim blaming here, but like I got into Fansly and OnlyFans mainly because my boyfriend at the time did encourage it, right? Found out later why that wasn't for a good reason, by the way. But I get that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, this is like the Mia Khalifa situation where it's like, oh, I was forced into this. It's like, I mean, for me, when it comes to that, it's like, maybe pressured, sure, but I also feel like you could still say no. You know, you could still say no. I really wish people would stop being afraid to say no. Like, I get what people's counter argument is. Well, like, what if they're beating you and stuff? I'm like, you know what? I will take a beating and put that motherfucker in jail than to give in to somebody fucking threatening my ass. Like, if you want to fucking hit me because I said no, fucking hit me because I said no. Because I'm still going to keep saying no. You know? And I get it. Like, nobody wants to get fucking hit. Everyone's scared, you know. But at the same time, it's like, so, you know, sometimes you just gotta say no, and hope to God that that person's not as crazy and would do some crazy shit. And if they do some crazy shit, well, boom, then they're out of your life. Get out of here. You put your hands on me. Call the cops. You know, I always tell people I get it, but always call the cops. Because even though people say I don't call the cops because they don't say do it, they don't do nothing. It's probably because they can't at that time. But if you have basically you need to leave a paper trail. That's what you always need to do. That's why I tell people all the time. It doesn't matter if you have solid evidence, report it. That is your evidence that you have reported it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to force them to start looking into it. I get it. It shouldn't be that way. It should never be that way. But that's, you got to do what your sources, what your resources are. Use your resources. That's why I tell women all the time. If you got assaulted, report that shit right away. Do not wait and then bring it up later. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm saying that it doesn't help your case, especially when so many people have lied about SA and DV. And that's why you always need to report it, especially now. It's more for your protection and more so that you can get justice, even if the cops don't act right then and there. Like, at least do it so in case it happens to someone else, at least you have that paper that, hey, well, this chick reported it before. And that'll help the next one. You know what I'm saying? Always report crimes, man. And like, you know, that's just what I wanted to say, because that's just important. That's just really important.
Line, and it was this big bad husband who actually made her do all of this. So she started crying on stream, and then she did the infamous Dobby is free clip, and basically the entire internet immediately believed her. Here's a quick recap.
Make multi-millions of dollars. You want to burn it all to the ground because you're a sure, whine about it.
I remember this, by the way.
Broke again and deal with this.
I remember this, by the way. What are we watching? Henry Resilience videos? What the fuck?
And I don't have to wear cleavage every day. I can wear clothes. Master has given Dobby a song.
You know what I just realized? Hold on. You know what I just realized, right? The clip before when she was talking about these allegations against her ex, she was showing her titties. She didn't have to do that, but she was showing her titties. Now, after her and her husband break up or whatever, now she was like, I don't have to do this anymore. And I'm sitting there like, you didn't have to do it during that video either. Just observation.
Oh, Dobby is free.
Is someone who I've called one of the hardest working humans on all of Twitch for years now. You should also support Amouranth as a victim. And there are a few people online who are taking the situation to shit on Ammo, and I think that's just dumb, to be honest.
Right, so after being freed like Dobby from Harry Potter, apparently, by separating or divorcing her husband, she actually went back to the naked streams just weeks later, completely of her own free will.
Right. I mean, in fairness, okay, argument's sake though, I mean, I get what the point is here, but argument's sake is like, doing it because your husband's making you sucks. Doing it because it's now your choice is understandable, but I can see where the hypocrisy lies, right? I can see where people are looking at that like, didn't you just do a video where you were free? You didn't have to show cleavage and stuff, but now all of a sudden you're doing nude streams and stuff again. Like, clearly, like, the money was still good, right? But I get what the point is, but still, it's kind of one thing where it's like you're being forced to do it versus now it's your choice. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Almost like she wanted to do this the entire time. Anyways, after that, pretty much everybody realized that she was just manipulating people and basically lying. And that brings us to a couple months ago where Amouranth was robbed at gunpoint. They wanted her crypto money, and her husband ended up saving her life by shooting the assailants.
Stop playing! It's a night of sheer terror as a woman is brutally assaulted by 3 masked home invaders. She's internet personality Caitlin Saragusa, known to her millions of fans as Amouranth. She brings them across a courtyard to another building in their compound where there is a surprise waiting for them. Caitlin's husband, Nick, is watching the drama unfold on security cameras. He was armed and ready at the top of the staircase. At the sound of gunfire, they run for their lives.
And that brings us to today, where she has had a very public meltdown with her husband. And apparently this is the same husband who forced her to do OnlyFans and she apparently broke up with, and now she's back with him for some reason.
Right,
I don't really trust anybody here.
Yeah,
but let's go over the story. Starting with this clip, Amouranth is seemingly accusing her husband of wanting to have her killed after a 12+ hour argument. It all started when the husband complained about dog chores and quickly spiraled into a massive on-stream airing out of their dirty laundry that seemingly has no end.
When this fight started till now as today, you said you were unhappy long before I ever said, you know what, I could see it if you did want me killed. I could see that. You said you were unhappy before, so you're not trying to act
I
like
say I'm unhappy and that
is
means
the
I have you
reason.
plotted to kill?
No, it's me thinking about all the shitty things you say to me. Like the last time we argued, you said, I wish I hadn't said.
Why are they doing this live, bro? Why do content creators do this stupid shit? End the fucking stream, bro. Like, I would be content if my dude right now busting that door and start cussing me out. End of stream. End of stream. Sorry guys, I gotta go. I gotta argue with my boyfriend. I'm not doing this shit on live for everyone to have and use. Like, what the fuck? That's something crazy. It's almost like they wanted it on there. Like, that's crazy. This is weird. This is like Keemstar Locale level fucking cringe.
Saved you so you wouldn't be attached to
saved
me.
her life, but maybe I was actually plotting.
Yeah, so you're threatening to divorce the woman that you claim to love so much that you
If
saved.
I was plotting, I wouldn't divorce you because then I wouldn't get anything.
You want,
make no
well, you
sense.
prefer a financial split, though. You want
Which
financial
means I
split
definitely
or
don't get anything.
divorce.
Because it's outlined. Look, right now, if we get a divorce and you die, your parents get your half. If we're together and you die, I get it. So then I would never say that if I was trying to have you killed.
Right. Very normal and sane.
Yeah, this is a wild argument. But I hate to say it, because like everyone, this is the weird part, right? Because yes, Amouranth did that stream about how her husband was manipulative and forced her, like basically pressured her, forced her to do OnlyFans. And then, you know, all of a sudden she was free. Now they're back together. Now they're doing a live stream together, arguing. You know, there's the whole thing where he saved her from being like robbed. And he makes a point. If I wanted you killed, why the fuck would I save you from fucking people trying to kill you, bro? Like, what is this argument?
In couple right here discussing about how one partner will die and the other will get all the money. Interesting. Right. I think I speak for everybody when I say I don't think anybody should ever stream a fight like this online, to be honest. This seems really serious. It seems like
I don't know who you are, person I'm reacting to. Please don't copyright strike me. I love you. Please don't. You listen. The only reason why I'm using your video is because I was watching it and I was like, you know what? This is a short video that gets all the points and breaks it down perfectly. That's why I wanted to react to this one. You did a fantastic job. Please don't copyright strike me. But I also agree. This is not a fight you have in front of fucking thousands and thousands of people, bro. Ain't no way.
Amouranth thinks her husband wants to actually kill her, and that's right after he saved her life. So I'm not sure exactly what kind of logic that actually is. But you'll slowly see throughout the video that they both are very crazy and kind of deserve each other, to be honest. This husband guy named Nick is definitely exploiting Amouranth as a sort of moneymaker. You will see him complain about only earning $1 million a month later. And Amouranth is just straight up psycho. Apparently she calls the cops, gets in the fetal fetal position over an argument. It's just insane stuff. Now, apparently she cheated on him as well, and that was another cause of the argument. Amouranth's husband exposed that she allegedly gave a handy to Fresh and Fit producer Aaron Pogson. No way.
No.
A Fresh and Fit producer.
Right. Fresh and Fit's another channel of like, oh my God. You want to talk about toxic masculinity? Go watch Fresh and Fit, man. Those guys are clowns. Another ad. I do need to get friggin' like YouTube Red or something. This shit's annoying.
Let me talk about you kissing black men while we're married.
That is not even true. Oh my God.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
We can talk that, sure.
Okay, let's talk about
You had me go on Tinder dates that I didn't want to go on. And then you started calling me while we were at the karaoke bar a lot.
If you could have an open relationship.
That is no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open
No,
relationship.
did you ask that, okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron? Did we say that?
That is
Never?
not.
You never asked that?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. We're gonna lie to your chat now. Okay.
For literally not lying.
And you didn't
What
get
are those shoes?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Correct. I did not
didn't drive
do that.
up on you guys together, you giving him a hand job in the parking lot
Dude,
in China.
Oh, what? What? Why is this conversation on a live stream? Oh my God.
Men can't even find that would make us money of such sexual acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money?
Yes.
You're
Yes.
retarded.
Oh my God. Because stars never have sex off.
Right, so about the cheating situation, obviously nobody really knows what happened there. He claims to have been cheated on, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Amouranth is not exactly the most moral person in the world, but I just love how crazy this relationship actually is. So this Nick guy has an OnlyFans girlfriend / wife, right? And apparently he even encourages her to do this, right? And he pretty much like encourages her to go on dates with other guys as well. So I'm not exactly sure what the line is in their relationship.
I'm kind of confused. You and me both, sir. Because like, yeah, if you're getting money, if you're making a lot of money from your OnlyFans wife, you're encouraging her to go on dates with dudes and all this stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know where the line is. Because that's I guess maybe the line for them is as long as he knows about it. I think that's where the line is in the relationships like this, is like as long as he's involved in these relationships she's having with other dudes, I think that's where the line is. Yeah, this is a bad relationship. I'm sorry. Like, there's one thing, if you listen, I'm not judging people. If you were in a relationship with a person who does OnlyFans, like people ask me what my partners thought about me doing OnlyFans back in the day. I never had sex on camera. I mostly just showed my body, right? I just showed the top side, and that's mostly what I showed, is just my tatas, right? So basically, like with that, yes, some guys are more comfortable with that. Now, if I was having sex on cam and my partner was comfortable with that, my partner would be involved, right? That's without giving this about communication, and my partner would be involved, right? But this sounds like one of those things where, like, yeah, he wants to be involved in this, so I don't see anything wrong as long as they are in agreement. But sounds to me where the line is that if he doesn't know, right? If she's out there giving dudes hand jobs and having sex with dudes that he doesn't know about, that's where I think the line is. That's just my speculation on it.
He definitely sounds like a buck, that's for sure. An Adam 22 type, a Jack Doherty type who like pimps out their girlfriend, right? So it's plausible that Amouranth thought it would be okay to do this, because if he has her just go on dates and stuff, I mean, it's kind of mixed messages, but maybe they have like boundaries in the relationship. What if this even is a relationship? In my opinion, open relationships, not much of a relationship. Anyways, that's just my opinion. But anyways, this next part, Amouranth keeps sort of pointing the camera at Nick and putting him in frame, right? And then he gets pretty annoyed and he tries to shut off the stream. Or
I actually, you know what? I do agree with that. I agree with that. I do. It sounds like that's kind of, I feel like that's what it is. That's why I said, I'm like, it feels like this is all set up, man. Cause I don't think anyone normal would have this type of argument and be serious and let it go on. But we're gonna watch it. It's all a business relationship, no love or respect. I agree with that too, Jen. I do agree with that. You guys are really, for once, we're all on the same page with this story. I love it. We're all on the same page with the story. 100% agree with y'all. I really do feel like that's what's going on.
Or maybe move the camera or something, and that results in Amouranth calling the police on him.
That's fine. I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well, then leave. I'm not going to follow you.
Hi. Gotta love these ads.
So
hey, at least Henry and this YouTuber knows I'm paying to watch your stuff on my stream.
You're literally just going to be super defiant. Is that right?
Talk about problems. Hey, what is wrong with you, bro? Leave. You can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view.
Bro.
What's up? What are you doing?
Calling police.
Why?
Because you're doxing at this point.
What?
You have reached the Houston Emergency 911. All call takers are busy at this time. Your call will be answered by the next available call taker.
Why is this happening
right,
live? At the stream.
911, you need medical?
Yeah, we're live.
If you wanted to get off camera, why don't you just leave the place, right? But then I guess he also wants to talk to her and sort out their issues, but she won't stop streaming because it seems like he wanted her to turn the stream off, but she absolutely refused to do so. So it's just this messy couple fight that you can't really make sense of, right? And there's probably a lot of crazy shit that they both did behind the scenes that we probably don't know about. But anyways, here's Amouranth talking to 911 and crying on the phone.
To know your position on this.
What is your problem?
Strongly enough, they have to swap.
I can't do this anymore.
Can you imagine that?
Call your dad.
She's actually defending the guy who swatted. I
If
catalyzed.
you hate me, just kill me, please. It would be so much easier.
Random just
I
tip one
can't deal with this
Man,
anymore.
shut you up.
This is awful, man. This is like, oh my god, bro. I'm just right. This is like crazy, man. Like oh my god. Well, this is my thing, right? She was probably afraid he'd smack her around if she wasn't streaming. The thing is like before they broke up. Apparently, they were supposedly broken up, right? After she did a stream saying how he was manipulating her and abusive to her and all this stuff, and she went back to him, right? She went back to him, and like, cool, her business. I'm not judging. It is what it is, but like, clearly this relationship is not fucking healthy. This is not a healthy relationship, regardless if it's fake or not. This relationship is fucking bad. It's bad, right? Money doesn't bring happiness, so it's like I'm just saying. Just this is crazy. I know Crazy Cat, and they shouldn't, man. I'm telling you, I would never like this. I would never broadcast this shit. I would never broadcast this shit. This is insanity.
You are a community member
yelling at me,
while
I guess.
blood
I can't deal with it. You won't leave. You won't shut up.
I'm
What are you
talking-
gonna do? The cops won't help me. Nobody can help me.
Destiny little Steve.
I'm talking.
But Stop, you just asked me to leave, and we're at the same place we would be.
I know.
They will not help.
Chief Bomb just
anything.
tipped $1.
There's nothing
Chat,
I
should I
can
ban
legally
her?
do. I'm just.
No, hey, we can figure it out, okay?
She's now talking to the person.
Joe
she
Peach
was
just tipped $1.
salsa.
I can't take it anymore. Guys,
fucking great.
play some Oblivion. Take care.
They say that like betrayal makes the strangest bedfellows. Absolutely true.
Joe Peach just tipped $3. Mother, this is Joe Peach. We're coming for your ass.
I'm not
More
even
important.
doing anything.
I'm not saying anything. I'm facing an argument. You dumbass.
All right, I gotta pause real quick. Can we not be crusty in the chat, please and thank you? Can we stop being crusty in the chat? Like, can we not? Like, this is definitely not the time to be crusty in the chat. Let's not be crusty. I see you in the chat. Don't be crusty. It's so funny they're getting tips over this junk. I will agree with. It is getting funny. No, let's not get crunchy either. You getting a little too crusty in my chat, sir.
Obviously, everyone can see we're on video. Shut up!
XQC just tipped $1.
How did you get so stupid?
You mean, how did I get
Keith Bomb
upset that
just
you thought I was going to have you
$1.
murdered and you
What's
said that
drank
to
on
everyone
Twitch?
I wish you would now at this point. It's ridiculous what you're putting me through.
I feel like I'm justified.
$2.
I feel like I'm very justified in being upset that you thought I was going to have you murdered when I saved you.
You were upset before then. Shut up.
And I still saved you.
Last time you were mad at me, you told me you wish you hadn't saved me because then we wouldn't have this bond of being attached to you. Because you want to divorce me. Pick what you want. You want to divorce me.
You're slandering
Which
so
one?
hard.
I can't do anything
You're
apparently.
slandering so hard.
Leave her alone.
I said I wish, that someone else had saved you because you have this weird attachment to like
weird attachment to my husband.
Just tipped $1.
Great.
Hey, Amouranth,
bro,
can you help me get unbanned from Kit?
like
That was
Keeps getting me banned.
that was a different
Shout
time
out
entirely. This weird
Callan W.
attachment was
Troy.
after the robbery. You dumbass.
So, how's the weather today, guys? So, I actually made sense of this somehow, right? So, apparently, one of the problems that Nick has with Amouranth is that she develops a weird attachment to people who save her. I don't know how many times she actually needed to be saved. There was definitely that one time with the robbers, but apparently after Nick saved her life, she got very attached to him, which sounds normal. I feel like if somebody saves their life, you're going to get pretty attached to them. But maybe by attachment, he means overly clingy or 24/7 wanting attention or something like that, right? At least that's what I'm guessing. And that is one of the things they are arguing about how she's really clingy or something like that. Anyways, I just got to point this out, right? Who is watching this stream? I'm seeing that chat go. I know, I guess they can't all be bots, right? So I feel like you got one life and this is how you're spending it. You're watching Amouranth. Yeah.
Watching Amouranth melt down on a stream, having an argument with her husband publicly, being crazy, wild. Like, this is yeah. I don't know, y'all. This is wild.
Anybody watching the stream, you have to wear a helmet at all times because we need to make sure your stupidity just doesn't like wirelessly transfer to anybody else, right? And people are donating as well. I mean, I guess they just love watching a train wreck. It's kind of like why people donate to Johnny Somali as well. They just like to see people melt down. Anyways, it continues to get worse. Amouranth sort of crawls up on the floor in a fetal position, crying, and Nick is trying to talk to someone over the phone, trying to fix the situation like a sort of hostage negotiation.
Oh my god. Oh man, I can't wait to see this.
Saying crazy shit.
Yeah, I think you're in a loop right now, but I don't understand, Angelica. I don't understand why. Because we have been making sure she only gets at most one Vyvanse a day. I don't even think you didn't take one today.
Oh my god, bro. See, this is why this is hard to believe. This is why this is so hard to believe, right? So now she's not near the computer. Okay? She's not near the computer. Now is the time to end the fucking stream. But yet, he's keeping it going. Now, again, I see people in chat saying, well, maybe it's because they want evidence in case something crazy happens. Sure. But at the same time, like, I don't know, man. Normal people would end the stream. Now you can end the stream and hit record on the computer, right? So at least you have a video evidence. But now you're letting everybody see this. And people are donating to it. Like, that's crazy.
And so it's like she's just acting like she's looping, or at least I'm assuming that because of the conspiracy theory thing. But otherwise, it's kind of imperceptible to tell that she's acting irregular, except that also she just doesn't kind of care about anything.
I have not slept. I have not eaten. I have hardly drank. I have water, and I'm stuck.
Well, I agree, but like we're kind of past that right now. Like I didn't want to. So hey, just for you to know the full context, Angelica. All night, I was telling her, let's turn off stream. Let's turn off stream. Let's not do this on stream.
You started
and every time, you know, every time I'm gonna put it on speakerphone so it's more fair. Anytime that I said that, she would grab it and refuse. I'm like, okay. So she kept wanting to stream it.
Okay, that really exposes a light on the situation here, because if one person is trying to turn off the stream this entire time and one person is trying to keep it going, I don't know what that says, because clearly somebody's trying to, you know, platform this for attention or something, because like she doesn't want to turn off the stream and then she's cried up in the fetal position there, but then doesn't he have control of the stream right now? Why don't you just...
Thank you. I just said that. She's not near the computer now. You can end the stream now.
You just turn off the stream. Okay, now I'm confused. What the hell is going on? By the way, full-grown adults. I feel like getting into that position in front of the internet, like it curled up on the floor like a little baby, and while also streaming it for views and attention, you got to be a different level of mental, right? Both of these nut jobs need to be in a mental institution. And like people are saying, you know, fake and stuff like that. And I get that. Obviously, I'm definitely of that perspective as well sometimes. But after looking at all these clips, you got to understand that they have not slept for like days, right? This has been going on for 24 hours straight, it seems. And like everything is streamed. So I don't think you can fake this level of meltdown. I feel like, yeah, you can certainly fake cry and lie about your husband and all that, but like the stuff that happened before. But this is like, bro, they're actually, I don't know how much of this you can fake, you know? If I'm getting bamboozled, fair enough. I don't really know what they actually gained from this, to be honest. It just seems like they're just ruining their reputation even more. Highly doubt you're going to get more subs from this or anything like that. In fact, this is probably just going to turn simps away, because I guess even simps are going to be like, holy fuck, what the hell am I watching, you know?
That's not true, because a lot of people in the chat, the ones if you actually paid attention to super chats, were like, leave, you need to leave, stop, you're abusive, leave. And they're going to be gravitating to her because they want to be the next Nick, I guess. I guess they want to be the next the next Nick, like this comment right here. I can't believe this dude gets that. Your crusty comments, I see them. I'd rather be homeless than be in that house. Both are narcissistic little stupid babies. Can't wait till they lose their grasp, but I don't even care. Back to playing the drums and be happy. You play them drums, Chuck. You play them drums. And I agree with that comment. I do feel like, yeah, y'all know anytime, I hate saying it, but narcissistic. Nah, Sims have no shame. Agreed. They don't have shame. They will support her even more if it means that they can save. As soon as they hear, oh, all I need to do is save Amouranth and she'll give me some sloppy toppy, say less. Say less. Her melons are fake though. her tatas aren't real, sir. They're implants.
No, it's kind of hard to get your knob cranking to this, I suppose, unless you're a real freak, right? But anyways, let's move on to this clip of Nick saying that he's mad that they only earn $1 million a month now instead of $2 million.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? Hey! Ooh, this actually looks good. I'm gonna play. Doom! Dark Ages. I love it.
We have a kit contract. And we still
they're fake. Yes, they're fake.
Right? The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what OnlyFans alone.
Yes, her titties are they're implants. Yes, they are implants.
Used to make in 22 and 23. 2022 and 2023 and 2021. Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million. Currently, last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus OnlyFans, did about 1.2 to 1.2. Sometimes 1.5. Actually, kind of frequently 1.5. But you get what I'm saying? So if you look at it, we made more money in 22 and 23 per month than we did any of the months in the last 2 years.
I love.
God damn, she's making in the millions. Let me get on that level. Let me get on that level. Oh man, let me get on that level. If I could only make that money without having to, suck for a buck, that'd be fantastic. I don't want to suck for a buck, y'all, but damn, let me get on that level of making that money by not sucking for a buck. But damn, she's sucking for a buck and she making millions for it. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Love how he says we. That is absolutely hilarious. Maybe they have some sort of business contract behind the scenes where he handles some of the work. I imagine a lot of the simps that are donating to Amouranth, they need a bunch of people to reply to the simps. So I imagine this is the guy doing it, right? He's the guy chatting to the losers, donating to her OnlyFans. And wow, complaining about $1 million a month, that is the most fucking out of touch shit I've ever seen in my life. Also, maybe this is what Amouranth meant by he's forcing me to do OnlyFans. Now, obviously grossly exaggerated, and she clearly wanted to do it herself as well. But it seems like this guy is this business-minded sort of guy trying to exploit her to the maximal extent, right? He's sort of like a Jack Doherty type where he's just like, oh, no, but you can make so much more money. You got to stream more. You got to do more OnlyFans or whatever. So he's probably like nudging her in that direction, right? Because he's getting upset at $1 million a month here. Like, what? Like, somebody explain to me, what are they even doing with all of this money?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. It didn't sound like he was complaining. I think he was just explaining. I could be wrong, but it just sounded like he was explaining how much money they were making. I don't know. This fake apology she wants. He needs to be floppy pimp hat. He needs a floppy pimp hat to go with his stupid pajamas. Get himself a cane and some platform shoes. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Isn't Amouranth worth like 50 mil? Hasn't she invested in a bunch of like businesses? She owns a bunch of gas
those
stations
are
or
fake
whatever.
titties. Those
Just
are definitely
retire.
fake
Holy
titties.
shit. It will never amaze me how incredibly stupid some rich people are. This just shows you that you can have pretty much all the money in the world and still be terribly unhappy because you just got different problems. Like maybe you're just a fucking psycho. Anyways, they continue arguing, calling each other unhinged, and they keep arguing about their dogs.
Like
No,
normally,
I'm in a sane one, Nick,
No.
and you were in an insane mindset.
no, you're just something is mentally unhinged for you right now because normally
No, it's
normally-
literally you. You are
normally
unhinged.
when you know that we're being swatted, you're at least concerned for the dogs, and you're almost.
I was
gleeful.
not concerned in this case because one, the dog. I know that the dogs aren't in here, so there's nothing for me to be concerned, and I know that they aren't free on the
Yeah,
outside.
they're like on the patio, and then
either on the patio concealed.
Trumps can jump over things.
I don't have to be concerned if I didn't hear a shot go off.
Right, so they have about 7 dogs, right? And that's quite a lot to handle, right? That's like a big problem for them. Like, oh, you're
Why do they have so many goddamn dogs?
so rich, but then you spend all your time doing dog chores. And I'm just like, why'd you get 7 dogs then? And like, why not hire people to help you out? You got so much money. You could probably hire an entire person for each dog. And
Bro, you're sitting there like her boobs don't look fake. That dress she's wearing, she's not wearing a bra. Titties don't stand up like that. Like I have big titties, okay? And my big titties, thankfully, don't sag that much, but they do have a little saggage because gravity, sir. When you have breast implants go against gravity. So if you have big tits like Amouranth has, and her tiny frame, which by the way, you do know that tits are excess fat tissue. So the fatter you are, the bigger the titties. All right. Some people are the exception depending on how their fat is distributed through their body. Some fat girls have small titties because most of their fat is distributed through their stomach, right? That's why they're fat with little titties. But Amouranth has a tiny frame and big old titties. Like genetically, that is not normal for women, especially Caucasian women. No offense. I mean, I'm not just, genetic. Some ethnic women can be that skinny with some natural big tatas. But that dress she was wearing that we saw a little bit ago, she's not wearing a bra because you can't wear a bra like with those dresses. And her titties are sitting up as if she's got a bra on, which means that she has foreign tissue or foreign object in her titties. Okay, that's how you can tell when people have fake breasts. It's how well they are hung or not hung when you don't have a bra on. Okay, so if she doesn't have a bra on her and her titties don't fucking move, means her titties have implants. If she takes her bra off and her titties flop down, those are natural titties. So that dress, the thing is, you can see it. She has an OnlyFans. Go look at her OnlyFans. She has her titties out. Her titties don't move, dude. That's why they're implants. Hold on. Let me look it up right now. Hey, Siri. Does Twitch streamer Amouranth have fake titties?
I don't have an answer for
Oh, sorry. I can't say it to you. Hey, Siri. Amouranth plastic surgery.
Okay, here's what I found.
Okay, now it's giving me plastic surgery locations. Okay, let me type it up. Amouranth breasts implants. I think I spelled it wrong. Okay, so there are people who have pictures of Amouranth before and after where her boobs are not as big. I'm not going to show the picture because I'm on my phone and I don't want to interrupt this video. But yeah, it's safe to say, just looking at pictures. Okay, see, looking at pictures of Amouranth on X, like Google it. You can see pictures of her when without the boobs being what they should be for her frame to what she looks like now. And again, if you look at pictures of her where she's clearly not wearing a bra, her titties are still standing straight. So you can sit here and try to argue if they're fake or not. It's very clear they are breast implants. I'm not against her having breast implants. Does she even say that she has breast implants? Hold on. I'm looking at a video because I think she denies having breast implants, which is stupid. You might as well just admit they're fake. I don't get it. Either way, I'm not gonna spend too much time arguing if her tits are real or fake. Personally, I don't give a fuck. Personally, I don't give a fuck. If her tits are fake, I mean, again, you have to understand, I'm not mad at women that are small, that don't have breasts, that get breast implants so they can have boobies. It ain't that big of a deal. But you're sitting here trying to figure out if they're real or not. I'm telling you, I'm like 99.5% sure she has breast implants. But again, it is what it is. If you like breasts, but don't sit here and say that those are real. Like, they're really not real. They're
And
really
have
not.
tons of money left over. So it's so stupid. I don't even know what the hell I'm watching. What an absolute train wreck. And it obviously doesn't help that they stream everything. And then
True, that does help. They should be like, this chick is getting mad at this. Why? I'm not mad. I'm loud. Like, do you know the difference between being mad or loud? I'm just loud. I'm not getting mad. And this chick has a name. Hi, my name is Ray. This chick has a name, but I'm not getting mad. I'm just pointing out. I mean, you clearly do. See, my thing is, like, you're saying you get my mad. Why are you getting mad? I'm not mad. I'm just yelling. I'm a loud black chick from Boston with fabulous natural titties. Okay? That is who I am. This is who this chick is, okay? So at the end of the day, you wanted to talk about, you asked if they were real or not. And I'm explaining to you why they're not real. And I'm not mad. I'm just explaining. But I have a tone, and it's not me being mad. Like, see, that's why people are laughing. Because they're like, yo, anytime people come in here and they don't know me, and they're like, why does this chick sound mad? They're laughing because they're like, she's not mad, bro. This is like literally her volume. This is literally who she is all the time. Clearly, you don't meet a lot of people from Massachusetts. This is our standard tone and standard volume. We always sound mad, but we're not fucking mad. I would say I'm more excitable. I was excited to educate you on fake titties. That's true. That everybody thinks I'm mad, man. Everyone thinks I'm mad. I'm just loud and excited to educate someone on titties. I like to talk about titties. Is that okay with you? Can I talk about titties with you? Are you upset that I wanted to talk about fake titties with you, sir? I know you don't give a fuck, but it sounds like you gave a little bit of a fuck because we're now talking about this woman's fake titties. I'm just playing. Listen, you cool. You're cool. You're welcome to stay around and talk shit. I love it. It's fine. Now, shut up, Douglas. Fuck you, Douglas. Douglas always got to come in here and he be lurking and then he wants to talk shit. Shut up, Douglas. Douglas, you've been on my ass all week. You've been on my ass all week. All the shit I've been covering, you've been on my ass. I don't know what's going on with us right now, but we might be breaking up soon. No, we're not going to talk. What is a crunchy bush? What is a if your bush is crunchy? That's not good. Oh my God, your ex was rich? Oh, you fucked up. You fucked up. Your ex was rich? You fucked up. And she had big fake tits? Oh no, you fucked up. But why is it crunchy? Before we finish this, because we're at the end, why are you upset? What are you talking about crunchy bushes? If it's making a crunch, it's not good. It's expired. It's expired meat. Why are you touching it? She threw you away, goddamn. Goddamn. I'm sorry. My heart goes out to you, sir. Oh my God. I got tears in my eyes about this man talking about crunchy bush. Like, why is it crunchy, bro? It's expired meat. Get rid of it. There should not be a crunch in a woman's bush. I stole from her husband. She was a bitch. Well, at least you stole. At least you got something out of it. Wait. Hold on. I'm confused. You stole. There's a story behind that, and I feel like I need to hear it. So wait, you were dating a girl who was rich. She had fake titties, and she threw you away, and you stole from her husband. So was she had a husband when you guys got together? Yo, I swear to God, women be wild. Women be wild out here on these streets, man. Especially the rich ones. Like, you rich, and you got a husband, and you out here messing around with this dude who likes crunchy bush, and then you threw him away? So was she rich or was her husband rich? I need to know before we finish the video. Was she rich or was the husband rich? Okay, so she cheated on that. So her husband was rich. She wasn't rich. Her husband was rich. So you stole. I mean, hey, I don't feel bad about it. You did what you had to do. She was cheating on her husband with you, and she wasn't trying to leave her husband for you. So hey, at least you got some payment out of it. That's wild, though. So you're telling everyone she had a crunchy bush? She wasn't. Her husband. She was rich and her husband was, but she was super wealthy. Her family was very rich. Okay. She didn't leave him for me. Yeah, well, that's why you stole from him. Fuck it. These hoes ain't loyal, man. These rich hoes, especially. These rich hoes ain't loyal.
They end up having people witness this and harass them as well. Apparently they got swatted as well, which is all around unfortunate, right? Here is the moment that started the whole 12+ hour altercation between Amouranth and her husband.
Oh boy. Here we go, another ad. Wait, is that Jaden Smith? Is that Jaden Smith?
Has always put the ones he loves.
Why are there 2 commercials? Damn, these YouTubers are so greedy with these ads, man. They want their money.
What the fuck was that? Oh, here we go again. Oh.
So this is the start of the fight, guys. So this is what started the friggin' crash out.
Is her life just dog chores now or what?
No. We haven't done any all day.
I know, but we got to do like 7 in a row at night.
Only because of the fence right now. Otherwise, they would be out in their yard more because they're having the stuff reconstructed. Why do you just complain? You don't have to help me if you don't want to. You can go smoke with them on your lounge and I'll deal with it.
I complain in order to make things better.
This honestly makes me happy. People with literally infinite wealth here are more miserable than the average person. Then they keep screaming at each other over the dogs shitting around the house.
You like smoking cigars actively. Why do you compare things that you can't compare?
Shit, and then
why are you insane?
You know, we have 7 dogs. Are you honestly?
And none of them have shit in the house. Crazy, right?
They shit all over the outside.
Yeah, that's what dogs do. Where do you want it to go?
They have, okay, what I'm saying is that we don't.
Oh my God. It all started because they were arguing over the dogs, bro. They were arguing over the dogs. What are we watching? We're watching OnlyFans / Twitch streamer Amouranth have a crash out on a stream with her husband, who before she outed as being manipulative, abusive, and crazy. And then she got back with him, and then they did this live stream together, and she is crashing out and he is crashing out, and that's what we're watching is people with money and fame crashing out like they do, because that's what people on the internet does. We make people famous so they can show us how absolutely fucking psychotic they are, and then they still continue to get supported. That's what we're watching. So this all started over the fucking dogs. 7 fucking dogs. And also, in fairness, I have 1 dog. I have 1 medium-sized dog. You guys have seen Baby. Y'all want to see Baby real quick? Okay. I have one small little dog. This is Baby.
Look at my dog. She is the gorgeous. She is the danger. She is the baby.
That is my Baby. Okay. That little bitch does sometimes she'll shit piss in the house, and a lot of times when that happens it's because sometimes dogs don't want to go when they want to go outside. They don't go outside. She goes outside. She don't want to poop. She'll pee, but she won't always poop. Sometimes she'll poop in the house. Like we'll be sleeping and all of a sudden wake up to a pile of dog shit on the floor, right? Dogs tend to shit and piss in the house sometimes. That does happen. But when you have 7 fucking dogs, yes, Amouranth is correct. Dogs are going to shit and piss in the house. She doesn't seem to have much issue with it. It's more like, she's accepted that, yes, we have 7 dogs. Yes, that is what dogs do. Her husband, on the other hand, is pretty much like, oh, they shit and piss everywhere. That is what dogs do. Even if you take them out every single day, they are going to shit and piss in the house. That's just what animals do. In the beginning, when I was, house training the dog, right? Yes, she would be, getting the scoldings about pooping and peeing in the house. But now when she does, it's like, well, I can't blame anyone but the owners. I'm the reason she pooped in the house. I'm not going to get mad and punish the dog because she had to go and I was sleeping and I didn't take her out. I'm not going to punish the dog. So that's where we're at. That's why I don't like dogs. I mean, cats go in the box, but at the same time, each animal has their issues.
7 of them.
You chose to get 7. I wanted 5.
And yet you're saying I hate them? It's so weird.
Oh my god!
What thing you're doing? You chose to do it, but you also took
I
care of
literally
them.
told you
But you hate them.
that you
but
can't
you don't like
complain
them.
about them. You agreed to
You're
complain about
bipolar.
them if we got
I hate
7.
them. I don't
You're
like them. I
crazy.
agreed to 7.
You suggested 2 more.
Warning to everybody, do not get 7 dogs. First off, you got to be pretty flippin' rich to even consider getting 7 dogs. But wow, I've never seen people lose their minds this much over the
5,
most
yeah.
basic argument ever. Like, man, just get helpers. Like apparently they've gone to therapy and shit like that as well, but it's just not helped them. And I just can't put my finger on whether this is like genuine or not, because like it's still being streamed to the internet, because I feel like if it ever got serious, you would immediately want to cut off the stream, right? And both of them have had opportunities to cut off the stream, but they chose not to. So it's like, oh man, but they do look genuinely distressed. But anyways, Amouranth's husband actually responded to the situation and people just sort of commenting on what's going on.
Negative comments, right? Endless negative comments. It didn't affect me. Like I've always heard streamers say, and she's always told me, oh, it eventually eats at you. Eventually it eats at you. Maybe that's true. We'll find out. But for now, it doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't. Like I can read it and smile, right? It's not that I don't register it. It's just that like, I don't know, like, oh wow, there's a person in the world that doesn't like me. Like, so, right? Like there's probably a lot of those.
And I mean, what's crazy is like, I don't really know this dude. From what I'm watching, I think they're both just toxic for each other. But overall, he's not wrong. I'm the same way. Like, I get negative comments all the time. They don't affect me. Like I would say they affect me as in like, it sucks. But at the same time, not everybody's going to like me. I don't expect everybody to like me. I don't care if everyone likes me. I'm not here to be liked by the masses. I'm here to put out content for people who like it. I put out, stories that I'm interested in. I mostly cover people lately that I've had bad interactions with. And like I said, most of the stuff that interests me, that might interest you. I'm not here for people's approval. If I wanted that, I'd be a bigger content creator. I'd be having a better layout. I'd be putting a lot more effort into my channel if I did care. I do agree with that, though. When it comes to the internet, not everybody's going to like you. Who cares about the people who don't like you? Focus on the ones that do. But I just think this is like a funny response. Like, we're not going to talk about like the elephant in the room. Fuck you, Chris, for getting that shit in my head. My God, my friend Chris, not Christopher came late. Fuck that guy. I have another friend named Chris who's not a scumbag.
It's fine. Okay. Let them say their shit. I don't mind that at all.
Right. So you're totally fine, right? You're totally normal. This is a normal couple thing to do, live stream a meltdown, call the police on each other, scream at each other, you know, she was calling you abusive and a horrible husband to the internet a while back. I don't know why you were okay with that as well, or you never defended yourself, but now you're coming on. I think you're a psycho, to be honest. I feel like any man willingly getting into a relationship with someone like Amouranth has got to be a certain level of psycho. And this is just ultimate copium to say that this doesn't bother you when you are melting down. It just sucks that he kind of looks like Glenn from Walking Dead, you know? I feel like...
How dare you? Oh my God, it's true though. Oh my God, it's fucking true though. Why does he have to look like Glenn from The Walking Dead? That's crazy. I would have never saw that if you did not put that on the screen. Why would you do that to me? Why would you sully Glenn's good name? Oh no.
I feel like I have a good memory with that character, you know? Anyways, here's what people are saying. It has to be an act. Everything Amouranth does is for attention and clout. Not falling for this shit again. They're both insane. I wonder if they have drug problems. The content farm is insane. At what cost? Why are we acting like this isn't scripted? Anyways, click this video or you get $7 and an OnlyFans girlfriend who calls the cops on you while in the fetal position. And no, you don't get the $1 million a month. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's the video, guys. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm on the side of this is all scripted. I'm on the side of this is all bullshit because, again, this is not normal for any measure normal. And anyone who's looking at this and like not asking the question, why didn't they end the stream? Because it's content. Because now you have everyone talking about it. I'm talking about it. Everyone's been talking about it. This dude did a whole video about it. It's literally, as my boyfriend put it, manufactured drama, as my boyfriend always says proud. That's what it is. It really is something that is like, it's sad because you see this stuff and this is us. I'm sorry to say it, I really am, but this is why people don't take DV situations, domestic violence situations seriously. You know, they see women like this and they see these situations and this is why they do not take it seriously. And that's sad because it does damage actual victims, in my opinion, of domestic violence. And shit like that. So it's sad to see. I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't believe that maybe a little bit is true. You know, maybe they are toxic for each other, but I also think that they definitely do this and don't give a fuck because it's making them money. You know, this dude's not gonna go like divorce her because she's making all the money, right? She does the OnlyFans. He just told you they're making about up to $2 million a month. Okay, $2 million a month, sometimes $1 million. They're making bank, you know? So he's not going to leave his cash cow and she's not going to leave him for whatever reason she's not. But I don't believe this shit for a second is 100% real. I mean, if it is, then I'm sorry. At this point, you should have just kept him gone after the breakup, you know, after you called him out the first time. I don't know why the fuck you went back and then expected a different outcome. But I guess that is where we are, folks. That is the show. That is a stream. Hopefully I did better with the new layout and the everything, you know. Yeah, I think that this is just, these people are fucking awful, man. Like I'm sitting here with a goddamn GoFundMe to help me get it back on my motherfucking feet because the struggle is real, right? And yet you have all these YouTubers and Twitch streamers and all these fucking people making millions of dollars just being the most fucking fraudulent people you can find on the internet. Like, make that make sense. Make that make sense. You have like genuine content creators out here that actually, you know, aren't fucking psycho. Like, listen, I'm crazy, but y'all know what kind of crazy I am. You already know what you're getting with me. You're never going to have no fucking crazy ass scandals. I'm not going to become a millionaire and all of a sudden change how I am because all of a sudden I'm making all this money. If I was to change who I am, I probably would make all this money, but you get what you pay for with me over here, and I am who I am. But you got these content creators like Amouranth, you got Pat in the Sun, who has millions of fucking followers, makes millions of dollars off of you guys's, and they just fucking fake. They're just fucking fake. Like Amouranth's titties, they're just fucking fake. And this is why I do what I do, because I want people to understand that, like, if you want to support these people, cool, I'm not stopping you. I can't stop you. Just know the type of people you're giving your hard-earned money to. You're giving your hard-earned money to a bunch of fakes who aren't honoring the shit that they say. They're not really giving a fuck about you guys. They just care about your money. Again, you are nothing but dollar signs to a lot of these people. Nothing but numbers, nothing but dollar signs. You're just a viewer. You're just a cash cow. You're a pay piggy. You are nothing of value other than financial gain. That is literally what it is. I mean, hey, like I said, don't. I wouldn't if I were you. I wouldn't give my money to anyone if you don't want to. But if you were to give money to people, at least give your money to the people who really deserve it, the people who value you, the people who see you and be like, yeah, hey, how you doing? How's your day? How's life going for you? You know? But a lot of these YouTubers, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't care if you're alive or dead. You could be gone for months. They wouldn't even notice. Like if Jillykins wasn't in the chat today and said, hi, I've done it before. I'm like, where's Jillykins? Like, where is she at? She's usually the first person here. And now she's gone, right? I haven't seen her in the chat at all, but today she was in the chat. So now I'm like, okay, she's lurking, she's watching, she's listening. By the way, shout out to Jillykins. Love her. But yeah, most of these people, you don't have money anyways. Well, that's because you spent all the money you stole from your ex's husband. That's why. Who struggles and checks on you? Right. That's the thing. That's the thing. These people are not to be idolized, but yet they are, and it's really fucking weird. And now you got everybody feeling, oh my God, poor Amouranth. I'm like, you see this bitch is crazy, right? Like, this is like Amber Heard 2.0. Like, this bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy. But I guess she's got, as Five Ash Art says, I guess Amouranth has some nice titties and a crunchy red bush. So we all just don't care that she's fucking crazy. She's got big titties, big fake titties, and a crunchy red bush. So give Amouranth all your money and support then, I guess, because you just get what you get with Amouranth, you know? You just get what you get with Amouranth. Yo, crunchy bush is still the most craziest thing I have fucking heard. But anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully y'all get the message. And I guess I'll end it on the fact that Aaron from Bat the Sun released a movie, or I'm going to keep talking shit. The anonymous guy who talked on Henry's clip we watched earlier, he's my new best friend. And Amouranth has 7 dogs and understands that dogs shit on floors. So I guess that's where we're at, guys. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy it. Go out and touch some grass for the love of God. And I will see you guys next time, probably tomorrow. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you like the content. If you hated everything that you listen to and you hate the content, unsubscribe. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, hit that like button or that dislike button. Either way is engagement. It helps my channel. It helps out to let this content get shown by many more people. And I appreciate y'all for the love and support you give me. And again, don't forget, a girl is a broke bum bitch. I'm honestly just admitting that. And so I got to go fund me. It's pinned on the comment section. So make sure if you want to help a sister out, there are options to do so, because you at least know where your money's going towards to helping me get off the struggle bus, because I am on that struggle bus and I don't have a crunchy bush. So with that said, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye. Love y'all.
Out here playing games, stalling on the wheel. Promises on the table, but we ain't seen the deal. Crowd fund, cash flow, my pockets heavy with steel. Movie MIA, bro, how's that supposed to feel? Amouranth on Twitch with the tears on repeat. Play the script well, yeah, finessing the receipts. Talking about a husband turning lies in the heat. Drama for the dollars, clout cooked up neat. Release the movie, Aaron stopped playing with the time. The people paid the ticket, now they're waiting for the prime. Put the sideline hustle, bring the art to the climb. No more games, just smash and let the movie shine. Progress is stacking higher than a Twitch chat spam. Aaron ducking questions like a quarterback scam. Meanwhile, streams got lives wrapped up in glam. The truth gets blurry when you're caught in the jam. Aaron in the edit bay, doing everything but drop teasers on loop, fans begging you to stop. Crowd's been patient, but the clock gon' pop. Release the flick now before the hype go flop. Amouranth's got them talking strings pulled like a show. Twitch dollars raining, but the truth's on the low. They believed in the story, now the cracks start to grow. Lies for the profit, it's a scandal to blow.